But I think other than them, everybody is here. Okay, Eternal, go ahead and hit that stream button whenever you are ready.
Good to go.
Excellent. So first things first, I do sincerely apologize for the mismanagement of time yesterday. Moving forward, I'm going to try really hard that when there is sort of this split party situation, that everybody gets sort of equal amounts of time to actually do stuff and just not be locked out forever. So that's something that I will work on. As in terms of quick review of what has happened, so one of your parties has just busted Eragon out of prison, and has set pretty much the entire dungeon on fire. And the other half, which is Wheelie, Flinty, and Odin, who let's just say at the moment is passed out because he drank too much. You are trying to work with, well, I guess Flinty's dancing with skeletons, so Wheelie, you're pretty much just solo trying to come up with a plan with Dumar. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Where's my music?
The other group was back at the encampment, right? Or whatever it was. I don't remember.
You guys,
Rebel village?
I
or-
think you just got into the sewers. If you just
Yeah.
want to say where you go, then it's up to you. I don't think you made a decision where you ended up going.
I think we agreed that we were bringing people back to the rebellion village. Also, Aragon probably needs some a doctor or something. I'm assuming he was almost killed.
I need a change of clothes. That's what I need.
Yeah, he needs a shower. Yeah, unless someone wants to do something in the sewer, I guess we can take a walk back to the rebel village.
While you guys make that decision, I'm going to have some one-on-one time with, um, let's see here. I'm trying to remember where we left off with the negotiations, but Dalmar basically just said to you, Wheelie, like, what is the plan? And you need to figure out a way to either coordinate with the resistance or get these guys out. But he gives you the breakdown, and I need to do my voice.
So I'm gonna go to the stone and ask Flinty where she's going with all these cultists.
Hey, wherever you want us to be, I assume you want us to be going away from the entrances?
Yeah, just find like a building or something to put all those cultists together. I will try and bring drinks, so that way they won't murder you for the
Oh,
for
excellent.
drinking.
Yes, that would be super helpful. You know of a good building?
Well,
Maybe you can ask.
well, there is the bar that we came out of, so I could just go in and take the drinks there.
I don't know. I haven't been to this bar.
The bar, the one where we went to from the resistance.
Oh, in the other district? I guess we could go to the other district if you want us to.
We could, or I could just go around and just steal some drinks here and there. So,
Whoa,
Pretty
you
bold
tell
of
me
you
the
to talk
plan.
about stealing in front of the captain of the god.
to be fair, I'm stealing drinks from the. It's not illegal to steal drinks from cultists if you're stealing from bad guys.
I don't think that's how law works.
Not like there's much law going around here. With all due respect.
That's fair.
Wait, but if we lead them to the bar, that's where the resistance is.
No, not lead them to the bar. Like lead them to like just a building here, so that we can all trap them in there together. That way, there's like less people to fight, and even if they do break out, they're all like stuck in this one place.
Oh, okay.
So I can get drinks. Now the issue is signaling the resistance and the guards when they come out. So
We
If
better
I may,
think for hard.
there's no need to do this right now. I'm not sure how big your party is, but at the moment it's literally just you, this one bard, and an unconscious drunk man in the corner. I don't know if the three of you are going to be able to single-handedly bring down the Bone Naga.
Maybe not right now, but if we can just at least gather cultists into this one area and trap them, we are given a lot more options since, like, that's a lot less enemies to fight.
Where is the rest of your party, anyways?
So I had written a note to, like, Ganondorf in, like, the pocket of holding, like, where you guys were, so, but I don't know if you received it.
So I think
Why?
I think we talked about that, right? And I received it, and we were on our way back to here. Basically, like, so we were heading back to the south sewer, right?
Yeah, I thought the plan was to like go rest a little bit or something, because if we have a big battle coming up, I think we used a lot of things in the sewer.
You would have to tell me that through paper, because Wheelie Sealy doesn't know that. He just put it into paper there.
No, but you spoke with Ganondorf. Ganondorf is next to me.
I didn't speak with Ganondorf.
He wrote that note into the bag of holding, or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called.
And right now, Wheelie Sealy has no idea where you guys are, so. Like, the bag of holding, how it works is that it can travel across all distances, and you can put whatever stuff in it. The issue is that you won't know what stuff goes into it unless you check. So even if you received it, if you don't put in like something in the bag of holding that indicates the information right now, then it's just like Wheelie Steely's not gonna know.
I think the other thing that's a problem is that, like, I don't even know if Ganondorf has looked into his bag.
That is also the thing. So
You might just be on your own with Flinty at the moment until Odin comes back, and I don't know if he's gonna really help with coming up with a plan, but I am not holding your hands for this one.
Yeah, I guess our group is still making his way towards the rebel camp.
yeah, let's just. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
turn very-
So I don't know where the rest of the group is. They haven't responded yet. But at the very least, we can get the supplies ready to distract the cultists. Well, I mean, it's mostly just me doing it.
They're already distracted. They're dancing to Thriller. I
Yeah,
have more guards coming. We're gonna have a big party.
and let me
Yeah,
get the drinks done, and then you know what? Where's Odin?
He is in the bottom right corner of the bank.
Can I inspect and see how much drinks he has?
Uh,
And his special sauce.
Okay, he's unconscious, I guess. So do you just rummage through his bag?
Oh, there he
Oh
is.
my god, you're about to get
Oh,
fucked.
hey, Odin.
Hi, Odin. I'm
We're
about
about
to.
to steal your drinks.
He's passed out.
Whoa.
I'm about to steal your stuff.
I'm awake. I caught you red-handed. Get the
He
fuck out
just
of my
woke up.
pockets.
He literally just woke up. As you go up to rummage through his bags, you hear him burp, and it smells really bad, and then you see his sort of bloodshot eyes turn towards you.
Oi.
What are you doing there?
I'm getting drinks to distract him, but I could get the. Well, I don't know what you're even doing. You were just straight up unconscious and not even helping me right now, so might as well do some use.
Well,
Here,
that seems
here,
defensive.
here, as an apology, a favor. So first things first, Flinty right now is going to take a bunch of cultists to a frat party, and I'm planning to get more alcohol for them. You want to join them? It's on me.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Such easy persuasion.
This is probably the stupidest plan I've heard in my life.
You got any better options right now?
Odin
I
just straight
mean-
up leaves the bank.
you just see. Okay, Odin, you stumble out of the bank, and this entire street, it's like Mardi Gras or something. If Mardi Gras were maybe it exists in this fake world. I don't know. You stumble into the streets, and there's just like a huge crowd of. It's a mix of cultists and undead that are just jamming out to a. Are you bagpiping or fluting?
I'm
Flinty?
bagpiping. It's louder.
Yeah, it's you hear the bagpipes, and even you in your drunken stupor would recognize, oh yeah, that's ballers in bagpipes right there.
It's freaking amazing.
Hey, Odin! Hey, he's got drinks.
What?
Everybody cheers and turns to you, and they all stare at you expectantly, Odin.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hand out some potentially contaminated mead.
What do you mean by potentially contaminated?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Hey, Odin, you know any good bars in this district we can crash in? It's getting kind of uncomfortable outside.
Which district are we in? Is this one?
This is. Use your bar senses, Odin.
I
Find the bar.
know there's a good one over in the Econ district. Let's go.
We're going to the Econ district.
Okay, Odin, you're gonna have to make a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
In the meantime, do you guys have any empty bottles that I could borrow?
4.
Maybe it might include some poisoning, some cultists.
Oh, you mean those kinds of bottles? Yeah, I'm sure we can spare. Do you need like glass vials or?
I think glass vials might be a little bit more suspicious, so maybe the non-glass kind.
I'm not sure if we have any drinking bottles around here. Be hard pressed to find. Also, nobody should be drinking in the bank, but you know how things are. Give me a moment. And he walks through the back door, and he disappears for a bit. And then he comes out with 2 empty, they look like beer bottles. Will these suffice?
Unfortunately, no, but I think I can get more on my own. Thank you anyways.
Okay. Do you take these bottles?
I will take them.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, Odin, you start walking, and then you hear one guy pipe up. I was told you'd have drinks, sir?
Oh yeah. You're right. How many people need some drinks?
Like 25.
All right, no problem. I've got this, guys.
Do you actually? How much are you carrying? What is this?
Don't worry about it.
Don't you have like the unlimited drink or something like that?
No, I have the potent drink. So I'm gonna go ahead and you said 25 people. I'm gonna go ahead and hand out 15 containers or bottles of mead, and then 10 bottles of special sauce disguised as mead.
Oh boy.
Isn't that the problem, right, Joseph?
The next thing that happens is that ballers and bagpipes literally blow up the entire city. Okay. Let me do some rolls real quick.
I'm gonna have really Steely way outside just so he can see them leave first. So,
Or you think outside is gonna save you?
well, I better. Well, I guess in that case, I'd rather stay inside. So,
Okay, Odin. Oh, you're just like sneaking out.
no, I'm just like peeking out of the door so they don't see me.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that. You peek your head out the door. Okay, you see Odin hand out a bunch of bottles of mead, and people crack them open and start drinking. You also see him pass out 10 other flasks filled with the mysterious fluid. But you can see a little bit of that sort of sparkling pink bubbles come out the top. Odin, you handed out 10, right?
Yes.
I can hear all the bottles.
Half of them just straight up pass out before, like, they take a deep breath and they just pass out, and their bottles, they land on the floor. Their bottles crash into the ground and all the contents come spilling out.
Wow, some lightweights in this group.
The other half, which I guess we're doing this. Alright, let's see what sort of chaos we are getting up to tonight. I should probably be writing all of this down.
I'm gonna, can I warn Wheelie? It's like, hey, like, Tentacles just, took a swig of special sauce, so if you hear any chaos, might be a good time to lock down the district.
You open your mouth to say these things, and you are immediately drowned out by cacophonous magical noise that emits from these 5 cultists. One of them, you start to see their hands glow and exude extreme magical potential. And this cultist just starts firing off firebolts and a bunch of cantrips into the sky at lightning speed. Some would say twice as fast as one would normally cast a spell. You see another one start visibly vibrating, and they just start zooming around, which maybe isn't as impressive given how dense the crowd is, and so they're kind of just getting lost, but you are able to follow this guy's movements. Another one of them just straight up clones themselves, and you see them stare at each other, and then they laugh at each other, and they point at each other. You see another one. You see another one of them they just turn invisible. They just poof out of existence. You can't see them anymore. And the 5th one grows in size. And Odin, you see this. You would say they were about 5 foot, and they're just growing and growing and growing, and now they're 10 feet tall.
So Wheelie Steely right now is peeking out of the door, and he's just like motions a what the fuck to Odin and Flinty.
And you see there's the one guy that's just firing off random spells into the air. People start cheering, and they're like, yeah!
This is a real party now.
I turn to Bob and say, point to the big guy and say, Bob, new friend.
Bob stumbles over with his arms outstretched, and this cultist, who is very not used to being a 10-foot tall giant, stumbles back a bit, and Bob sort of just like does this weird hug, like kind of like a big dog would, but you know, like they're used to jumping on you, but they're not a puppy anymore. It's like that, except with the giant flesh monster. And he hugs and caresses this cultist, who is very uncomfortable and also a little bit crushed. It is absolute chaos. There's just like, it's just basically fireworks going off in your area. And with all this commotion, Flinty, you see the figure of the Bone Nugga start to slither over down the main pathway, dashing in between undead patrols and cultists as he makes his way to this little party that you're throwing. and
Can I whisper to Wheelie, like, Wheelie, the north entrance might be clear. Lock it down.
So he's gonna tell Dahmer and the rest of the guards. So right now, the Bone Naga is near the bank, but that also means that the northern entrance might be cleared. It's a matter of cultists centering near the bank. If this is a time for you to get in position to the northern gate, it's probably the best time now.
And Damar peeks out the window, and what he sees is that there's just this giant throng of partying cultists, and he sees the imposing figure of the Bone Naga, and he turns back to you, and he's like, "Are you absolutely sure that they're completely distracted?"
I mean, they have like a disadvantage in like Constitution saving throws, so at this point they might as well are. Also, they're drunk.
But they're still within line of sight.
That is fair. Right now, I am sneaking. If I give you my cultist robes, will you be able to bypass them?
What about the rest of the gods? Here.
That is fair. Wait, hold on. Does the bank have like a back entrance or something? Or a window that we could sneak out through?
Not that I'm aware of. Only one way in and out, it seems.
Let's check the bank then. See if there's any like exits at least. What kind of bank doesn't have like an emergency exit anyways?
Who needs what's an emergency exit? What is this
What
concept of emergency exits you speak of?
You're telling me that this city doesn't have buildings with emergency exits? Oh my goodness.
Also, I cannot permit you to enter further into the bank.
What if you're looking over at me? I mean, I can't steal if I like have 6 guards watching
We
me.
might be wasting too much time, though.
I'm gonna open the bank and see if there's like an exit.
The door is locked.
Well, serious moment here. I'm going to actually lock the gate.
No, I cannot allow you to do that.
I'm sure they can fix it back.
I'm not allowing you to do that. Wheelie, I'm going to... Are you going to try and lockpick the door?
You know what? Why not?
Okay, I'm going to need you to make either a strength save or a dex save with disadvantage, please. Okay. Okay. Dahmer immediately tackles you to the ground, and he wrests the lockpick away from your fingers, and he holds you in a headlock on the ground.
Literally, this is our one and only chance to see if there is an emergency exit at the back of the bank.
I literally can't trust you. Came in here with a drunk man and a crab. And now you're throwing parties for cultists.
There's like 8 people surrounding me. What's like the chance that I could even like take something from the bank?
You can't go beyond this door.
Fine, then I'll just scout.
Now hold on, mister, and he grabs you. You seem to be causing more trouble than it's worth. If you can get them out of the front, that'll be fine.
Okay. And he's gonna...
But at the moment, I have serious doubts about any of your ability to come up with a cohesive plan that will work.
Then stop shouting and potentially alerting the guys in the front of the bank. And he's gonna be on the stone and tell the Flinty, can you at least get them away from the front of the bank?
Alright. Okay, does the snake do anything when it arrives?
Yeah, the snake slithers on over, and he observes the scene, and he. Are you still playing?
Yeah, I'm still playing.
Clay.
Upon seeing the
Um,
snake, I switched to a snake charming song.
He takes a look around, and he sort of just says to nobody in particular, what is this? What is all of this? And you see a couple of cultists, some drunk, some not as drunk, immediately snap to attention or do their best to. And one of the more drunk ones just sort of belches out, figure we take a little bit of a break. I mean, it's been, we've been working pretty hard, and, this nice lady over here was kind enough to provide entertainment. While this man here brought drinks, motioning to both Flinty and Odin.
I'm gonna slowly slip my drinks back into my magical pouch.
Like, secretly?
Yeah,
I'll be
like, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
I'll be like, that's right. Great, Naga. Would you like to make a request?
Okay. I'm going to need Flinty and Odin to make a charisma saving throw.
Is
In
my
Sky,
disadvantage?
you do have disadvantage. No, we're not in initiative, thankfully. Okay. Flinty, this is what happens. Let me roll some dice as well. Okay. This is what happens. Flinty, you're bagpiping it away, and Odin, you're sort of like half stuffing booze back into your pack and half just like just having a good time. And you feel like all of the energy is just sucked out of the air, and literally every single cultist there stops dancing, and they just stop. And it's pretty much like a super awkward scene where Flinty, you're still playing, and Odin, you were in the middle of like a little like line dance with some people, and they all stopped except for you, and you sort of trip and lose your balance. Can I have both of you also make a perception check, please?
Should I also make a perception check? I could.
Yeah, you're looking out.
Sure.
Just with normal perception check, but I guess you have disadvantage because you're drunk.
That was.
Wow. We suck?
Yeah, no, you see people just. It's like somebody exuded buzzkill energy, pretty much. You have no idea what happened. Do you keep playing?
No, I suppose I'll stop. I'll be like, my apologies, Naga. You should punish this entire group, myself included, for what we've
Jazz
done.
music stops.
Throw us into the dungeon. Throw us all into the dungeon. My apologies. I'm so sorry.
I have a different idea. Flinty, you're gonna see his tail end shoot towards you. What do you do?
I try to dodge it.
Okay, make a dex save. Okay. You are in the midst of getting your bearings, and you see this spike shoot straight towards you, and you sort of close your eyes as you imagine it's about to pierce you. But instead, you feel that your bagpipe is wrenched away. And then you open your eyes, you see it curled in this Bone Naga's tail, and he crushes it.
No.
And drops it to the ground. And then you hear him bark, "All of you, back to work!" And everybody really quickly disperses. And you and Odin are just sort of left, just left to dry.
Welp.
Buzzkill.
You see this big giant cultist really awkwardly walk over just to the wall, and then sort of climb up on it, like you were getting out of a pool. It's really awkward. They don't know what to do. But they sort of just roll over on top, still sort of half drunk. But yeah. What do you guys do as everybody's dispersing?
I'll pretend like I have a post on the towers. I want to speak to some of these guards
Okay.
and gossip about how much of a buzzkill that our boss is.
Yeah, I know he's kind of lame, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty lame.
Like, what
Man,
the
you
hell,
know.
man? We work so hard. I mean, I don't know what he does.
gonna-
I guess I don't know. Maybe skeletons don't need breaks or something.
I know, right? You know, we should organize another party sometime.
Oh yeah, we totally should. Dude,
we should.
you are so good at those bagpipes. I'm really sorry about that.
Too
by
bad I
the
don't.
way.
It's okay. I still have a flute. It's fine. I'll find more bagpipes. I'm sure. I know somebody.
Odin, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I'm gonna just follow behind Flinty
Okay.
and get in on the goss.
You, my man, by the way. What was up with those drinks?
Dude, it's special. I have a special brewer.
Yeah?
So if you need some more, just include me on any future parties. In fact, is there another place we can go? I mean, he yelled at us, doesn't mean we have to stop, right?
Nah, you don't know though, but like he can see everything.
Like everything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everything. One time, me and this other guy, we were just doing some low key gambling, inside one of the towers, and I don't know how he knew we were there. It was really creepy. And another guy's like, I swear I saw him outside my window when I was sleeping.
That seems a little sketchy for an employer to be doing such a thing.
I know. Do you guys ever think about forming a union?
What's a union?
Oh, it's when Wait, you guys get paid? Do you guys get paid?
My boss said that unions are real bad or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
'cause
they
it-
want.
Takes away the power from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they talk about like it's just like all this logistical bureaucratic nonsense. And it's just better for us to sort of stay, just keep things easy, keep things simple.
And get paid like nothing and have a big daddy watch your every move? No, I don't think so. I think we gotta band together and and protest for equal rights and equal pay. And
Ooh, I don't know about protesting. That seems a little sketch.
I think we should.
You know what they say? You got time to be protesting. You got time to work. That doesn't even rhyme. That's a really bad saying. My great uncle made that up.
That was really good. He's a wise man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also kind of didn't have a job and lived on the streets for like 90% of his life.
You know why? Because he had no union.
Oh shoot. Okay, you guys are chatting up, sort of in the towers. Wheelie, you see everybody disperse, and the front entrance looks clear now, if only for a moment.
Looks like the coast is clear. I'm gonna go scout ahead. So Wheelie Steely, I think he has a stealth of 15 right now. So.
Yeah. So what is your plan? Are you gonna lead? Like, what is your plan with Damar and his guard troop?
First, I'm gonna get more drinks, because I have a plan with them, and then I'm gonna go ahead and scout.
Where do we go?
Well, as of right now, probably. Let me. Oh wait, actually, let me go see this area. So as Wheelie Steely goes and looks at the sewers. Is there anyone at the moment who can see this sewers?
Roll perception. Okay. You, to the best of your ability, you don't think anyone can see you right now, except for maybe Bob, who's just kind of there.
Is Bob like blocking the view that there's sewers or something like that?
Sure, yeah.
Let's wait a little bit, and you guys might be able to sneak through the sewers. Right in front of the bank.
And then go where?
I can lead you to the rebellion.
Alright, well, we've been through worse. Give us your signal and be ready to move out.
So right now, Steely is checking around the area to see if there's like any enemies around.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception. Again. Okay, you do a thorough scout of the surrounding area, and you sort of try and track the patrol routes and timings of the various cultists that are around you, and you think you have it sort of figured out to a pattern where there is a small sliver of time where you think you're able to get Dahmer and his crew into the sewers at least.
Alright, by my signal, when the cultists are patrolling elsewhere where they haven't noticed the sewers, get in there as fast as possible.
What signal are we waiting for?
And I just give him like a basic hand motion, like finger guns.
Okay. Okay. So while this is going on, sewer crew, I heard, because I heard Ganondorf wants to go back to the district, and I heard Hildorf wants to go back to the Resistance. So while this is going on, like, what exactly are you guys doing?
So how much time has passed during the whole party thing?
What are you thinking?
But didn't that happen during the sewer fight that they had? Or...
Yes,
Maybe.
this was all sort of going on concurrently.
Okay, well then I'm gonna start making my way back to the place that we did, the place that we had with like the, what they call the Resistance? I don't know.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, my plan was to go back to the Resistance and take a big nap.
Okay. What is everybody else doing there, though? So that's gonna be, because you guys just sort of got out of breaking Eragon out of jail.
Yeah, can I tell my fire elemental to follow, I don't know, follow Ganondorf while I'm taking a big nap?
You...
Something like that.
Can. I think you can. Yes.
It doesn't say that there's a range limit, but it doesn't mean he's gonna listen to him, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that.
Sure. If anything, he's just gonna burn something you guys don't want to. It's just better than leaving him with the Resistance and he's gonna burn the whole place, you know? I think he's better with the sewers.
Could always desummon him.
Can I bring him back into my thing?
Yeah.
But then I lose on some precious time having summoned him.
That's true.
Nah, I'm gonna let him, like, he's gonna guard the entrance of the sewer or some shit like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
tell
he
him
will
listen
do what
to
you tell him
Ganondorf
to
while
do.
I'm sleeping. Yeah, I'm telling him listen to Ganondorf while I'm sleeping.
And if a fire elemental could nod its head, it nods. Ganondorf, Isarya, Galadriel, and Eragon, what are you four doing? Heldorf Pog he lets you know that he's gonna go back and take a big fat nap.
So the last place that we saw the other group was when they were heading south, correct? 'Cause we haven't seen them since we split.
You ran through and you saw Eragon getting captured, and
I went with him. We broke him out of there, and we came back from the sewer since then. But I'm saying the last time I saw Flinty and Odin and Wheelie was
The last time
south.
The last time you saw Wheelie, he dashed to the south inside the sewers, but right now you don't know where he is.
So then,
Flinty and Odin, the last time you saw Flinty and Odin was actually way back in the economic district, because they went topside.
that's right. Okay. And then I guess I'd like to go south, knowing that I've seen Wheelie go towards the south sewers and go in that direction.
Okay. Isarya and Galadriel and Eragon. I see you say you need a restore spell. So Isarya, do you go back to camp with Hildorf?
Yep.
Okay, and Galadriel.
I think I'm going to also go back and rest with the others.
Okay, Eragon.
Oh, I just want to wash myself. Does anyone have a water spell? Of anything?
Mm-mm.
Anything at all?
You can only use my fire elemental to like melt potential vomit and shit.
I feel like that would make the smell worse.
I feel like if I touch you, there's nothing I can do for you.
I have some traveler's clothes or a guard uniform if you want to change your clothes, but then you'll be out of disguise.
Pretty sure there were a lot of witnesses to my spectacle, which I apologize. Kind of. I'll just go with you guys.
Okay, so you're
I'll
gonna
go
go
with
back to
everyone
camp.
else. Yeah.
Okay, Ganondorf, you okay, and we'll resolve that in a moment then. You guys make the trek using the map that was given to you by Ciego back to the Resistance. You you open the door, and Eragon, do you remember Soil?
Huh?
Okay, if you don't, he was the gas masked guy. But he comes up to you and he slaps you in the face, and we'll resolve that in a moment. Ganondorf, you climb up through the sewers. You sort of see Wheelie standing over it, and he's just sort of looking around. You kind of see that it's probably safe to pop up, so you quickly climb out and find yourself in front of Goldfinger Bank.
Is the sewers open right now? Like the sewer lid?
Ganondorf just popped out, so yes.
So he's gonna motion Domer and as many guards as he could bring to go down the sewers right now. Finger guns.
Okay. And so you climb down?
Yeah.
Okay. Ganondorf, you see Wheelie climb into the sewers, and you're not quite sure what's going on, but then you see a whole bunch of armored people file out of the bank. Why don't you... Yeah, I mean, this is what you see.
And Crabulon, I guess.
And Crebulon. You see Crebulon and Macy walk out of the bank as well.
So to be clear, it's just Wheelie in this group of people going, not Flinty and Odin.
Yes.
Okay, and then I can't really. I guess I can. Are Flinty and Odin actually right where they're at over here, or are they not?
No, they are not visible. Sorry.
Okay.
They're like in.
So I wouldn't know that they're.
Somewhere.
Okay. So I would only see Wheelie and all them filing down there. So I guess I'd just get right back in line and go back into the sewers, follow them.
Okay. Okay. So you guys enter the sewers, and Wheelie, Wheelie, you go down. There's this huge fire elemental, which you've never seen before in your life. That's just like chilling at the bottom of the sewers.
This fire elemental, is it?
It's dangerous.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, I'll explain to him about the fire alarm, but I'll say that Dwarf and the rest of the group went back to the resistance camp to rest, and he gave me the fire elemental to kind of at my discretion to use. So he's following us as a group right now, so we have him as another weapon.
I will talk about this later. Right now, I need to get these guards to the resistance, and so he's gonna like motion the others to not provoke the fire elemental.
Okay. And you guys make your way back to the Resistance. And we'll resolve that in a moment. So, Flinty, Odin, the only ones left in this district are you guys.
I'm gonna try to talk to Wheelie, like, where'd you go? We kind of failed over here.
It's okay. I managed to get all the guards into the sewers.
All the guards.
Yep, everyone from the bank is now in the sewers.
Oh, that kind of guard, not the cultists. Okay.
No. Wait, which guard?
You know, it's never mind.
You know what? You know what happened? It's better than nothing. Why do you sound so sad?
I lost my bagpipe. The old snake took it from me.
That bastard!
That bastard. You know, we're gonna try to form a union. Maybe.
You know what? That might be better than what I was planning. I was still
What were you planning?
Oh, I was thinking about bringing in some drinks. Maybe laced with some special sauce or poison.
You know, I need to get new bagpipes, and you know that hot tiefling I found.
Yeah.
Maybe he can hook me up.
That
with some
hot
bagpipes.
tiefling you found, like an object. Yes.
I forgot his name. Was it like Bale or something?
It was.
It wasn't? Okay. I remembered his name.
Yep, no, exactly what Ganondorf said.
Yeah. Wait, where are you guys going?
We're heading back to the Resistance. Ganondorf's with me. Oh yeah, and there's this fire elemental that's apparently owned by Pog.
Oh, sweet. Wait, should we meet you back there?
If you guys can make it, I don't mind.
Alright. Yeah, maybe you should go regroup over there.
I also don't want to split the party anymore. We've been spending way too much on our own.
I tell Odin, out of earshot of these guards, like, Odin, we're gonna go back to the Resistance.
Okay, sounds good with me.
Alright. I'm gonna take Bob again, and we're gonna go back to that bar you like.
Thank God.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, where you guys going?
Oh,
we gotta get back to our post.
we're gonna go get some more drinks. We'll be back later.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Yeah.
But you know what we talked about, right? Stick it to the man.
Yeah,
That's right.
stick it to the man.
Yeah,
We'll be
the
in touch.
establishment. We are gonna fight for our rights. Our sovereign rights as genocidal cultists. Actually, now that I say that out loud, it doesn't sound very good.
Better than no rights.
Amen, sister.
What was your name again?
My name?
Yeah.
It's Tom.
Tom, you know what? You're good people.
You know, thank you.
I
Alright, I
hope
don't
you
wanna
do well
keep
in
you
your future. We'll catch you later.
Thank you. Okay, you guys head out topside, and Bob has been patiently waiting.
Bob, come.
We go?
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys walk back to the economic district where you enter the haystack and just sort of let Emma know that you're heading back into the Resistance. Okay, let me arrange some tokens.
Whoa, we got nothing done. Oh well.
We did get the guards back into the Resistance, so they might have more supplies and just like.
Oh yeah. Well, and we've planted some seeds of discord among the cultists to stick it to the man.
Yeah, now you know that there's like cultists who hate the dude. You could probably get a union to protest.
Yeah.
And we know that they all fear the big snake thing because apparently you can see them taking a shit.
Okay, let me just drag all these tokens real quick.
Probably could have gone worse with all those buffed cultists.
I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous when they started zooming around.
With the special sauce?
Yeah.
Shame there wasn't any destruction. That would have been funny. If they like just blew up half the cultists for us.
I mean, that's kind of what I was hoping for, but take what you can get.
Why did they get like the good stuff and then meanwhile Odin just got a fireball?
The fireworks were pretty sweet though.
Oh, Crepulon's token hasn't been changed. No. Where does token go?
No, Crepulon, no.
Wait, I thought it was updated.
Yeah, but I guess I forgot to do. I can fix it real quick. It'll take no time at all. Okay. Please let me know if you can see. You still have your vision tokens, so just go to the bottom right. That's where the resistance is. If you can't see, well, I will just take your silence as assuming that you can see. Okay. So a lot of things happen. Wheelie, you are trailing quite a bit behind with your entire group, and Ganondorf, I guess you're also a bit behind. Where's Damar? I forgot to put him in here. There we go. Yeah, so you guys have just sort of entered, and you walk into this conversation. Eragon, you have just been slapped by soil.
Like the ground?
No,
Jesus.
by this guy. And I came up with a voice for him, and it's real dumb.
Wait,
and by
where's
came up, I
everyone?
mean imitated. Can you see?
Oh, I see. Everyone is
Yeah.
bottom right. Okay, where's this guy? What is he?
I think you met him. He's Ciego's. He or it, you're not quite sure, is Ciego's
Okay.
right-hand man.
Okay.
I think you met him. Yeah, no, you did. You went through the sewers. Yeah, so you definitely met him. You don't know much about him except that he's kind of a jerk.
I can
Yeah.
tell that.
Hildorf Pog
Bitch.
is sleeping. And he says, "What the hell? Wait, hold on. What the hell were you thinking? This was supposed to be a stealth mission. Why did you try to kill the people we're trying to liberate? Do you have a brain between those two ears?"
Wait. Who are you again?
Oh, my... Diego. Yeah, what's going on? They're completely. I can't, hold on. It's supposed to sound like Bane. They're completely incompetent. There we go, there it is. These fools are completely incompetent. I don't know what you were expecting, but clearly. And, Siegel's like, yeah, what's the deal? What happened up there? We had some cultists show up in the sewers, mate. They've never been down here.
Look, people were being bitches and not giving me a teensy morsel of food that I so graciously asked for. I need a bath.
You tried to attack cultists because they didn't give you food?
He tried to kill civilians!
Civilians?
Civilians?
Can you stop
Come
yelling? Who are you again?
What?
He slaps you again.
That wasn't much of an answer, and plus that was kind of rude.
Okay, I guess we can't expect much from an actual cultist.
Dumber, I severely apologize for thinking that the competency of our group was, I might have estimated their skills a little bit more than I calculated.
You see Ciego wander on sort of around this rather awkward situation. He's like, "Hey, Dama, you decided to finally show up." And Dharma says, he just tells him to shut up. and walks away with a huff, with the rest of the guard troop. Yeah, and the rest of the guards file in and sort of just find a place to stand. But this is looking to be quite populated now.
Well, we got more men. We got more supplies from the bank. I still don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and there's another problem. There were cultists in the sewers. I don't know if you saw them. And we had to take care of them. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened up there, but whatever you did is gonna make the next part of this operation real difficult.
I went to get Dahmer.
I don't know. I don't blame you. You did good. All right. You did real good. The other friends, not so much.
It was either us or them.
Mostly your druid friend here.
Oh.
You know what? I tried to do my job. I was in the process of seducing all these cultists into a giant orgy party, and the snake came up and destroyed my bagpipes for this, and all because somebody decided to kill someone over a sweet roll. Come on, guys. Get
I
your
still
shit
don't know
together.
that guy's name.
Technically, I don't even know if he killed anyone because he's incompetent. So
Oh, that's true. I mean, I'm in a real bitchy mood right now because I lost my instrument.
His name is literally soil, like dirt from the ground.
No, my character said that.
Oh, that's true. I'm going. I'm leaving.
Good riddance. Soil.
He salts.
I'll step on you.
Try me. And he just sort of walks back, and Siego walks up and he's like, "Oh boy. Well, at least we got the god troop here. You smell like shit, by the way.
Oh, I know. You want a hug?
I'm all right. Listen, we got a bathroom
Sure?
back over there. If all right, please, yeah, go do that.
I can draw on top of my token. That's
No, you can't. I think if you can click drag to move everything. You want to draw frowny? You want to draw
Yeah.
angry eyebrows?
I want to be angry. It's okay.
Please. Okay, we can hug. He gives you it's like a hug with somebody he really does not want to touch.
Hug him back with much force.
All right, that's. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna.
You're welcome.
Oh boy, you reek, man! You should really go take a bath or something.
Yeah, I will. Where is it?
And he points you back here. I am pinging it. It is the top right of this little area you're in.
Oh my god, I'm too zoomed in. Okay.
There's a giant green light that's just going crazy over here.
Oh.
It's going crazy, man. Look at that.
Well, there's some water right here, though.
Yeah, that's the drinking well. Hey, don't, hey, oh, God. Eragon, you feel yourself, do you just jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, right before you jump in, you start floating, and you see a sort of orangish aura surround your body, and you turn and you see Soil just, like, holding you in place, and he very ungraciously flings you out, and then he sort of like, pushes you into the bathroom with this magical power.
Oh, this bitch. Oh. Ooh. I like the toiletries in here.
Yep, those are like little wash tubs. You got sinks and stuff.
Oh my god.
And Siego's like, your cleric friend came by earlier and he looked like shit, but in a different way. Like, not like he threw up over himself, but more like he was kind of beaten up and messed with. listen, we'll come up with a plan later. I mean, the idea was we'd send manpower to lock down the district, and so you guys with your... You seem to have better combat prowess, although tactically speaking, could be worked on a little bit, just a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to figure out.
Look, you think we didn't try to lock down the district? I distracted the guards so good.
You
but,
did great, all right. And
but
by the
okay,
way,
your
by the
friend
way-
here, you dated this guy's daughter. Wait, do I know this? I don't know if I know this.
You.
I'm just gonna say this asshole over here was probably like too chicken to like freaking sneak out like this bank to lock down the district, but he didn't do shit because he didn't trust you because you have some like daddy issues or some shit like with your like you gotta take your personal issues are getting in the way of this mission. Don't freaking blame our group.
He wouldn't even let me check to you if there's an emergency exit in the
Yeah,
bank.
what?
What kind of bank
You know,
doesn't
I
have
say-
an emergency exit?
Some sabotage going on here. You work it out between you two, man.
Also, Dahmer wouldn't lock down the district, because...
Yeah, I said that
he-
already.
Well, I mean, like, for actual reasons. He and his guard would be killed and easily overwhelmed. But also, he has... Yeah,
Whew, boy. Everybody is very uncomfortable with the tension that has been generated in this building. And Ciego is the first to break the silence, and he's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Maybe we can all wake up a little refreshed, calm ourselves, you know? Good night. He tips an imaginary hat, and he walks into the barracks.
You know, that's not such a bad idea. I want to go sleep too, and I want to chug my sleeping potion and just knock myself out.
Okay, yeah.
Wheelie Steely is going to ask Galadriel, Ganondorf, and Isarya, and he's going to be like, so, where the actual hell were you guys this whole time? Like, why does Pox suddenly have a fire elemental? And also, why does Eragon smell like shit?
You saw the fire elemental. I drew the card in front of everyone.
Wait.
He saw that you received this like porcelain jar that just materialized, but he has no idea what it is.
Oh. Okay, gotcha.
Since when can Pog summon a fire elemental? That would have been really useful, all things considered.
Would have been very useful in the sewers too, but we forgot. We were heading up to go investigate the economic district, but then I guess Eragon got hangry, and we ended up going back into the sewers. Baddies followed us, we killed them, then we went back up to rescue Eragon. We may have lit some shit on fire.
Can you emphasize on the shit part?
Lapse in
There
judgment.
there may not be a prison holding area anymore.
Did you set the castle on fire?
Yo, that's actually pretty cool.
We don't know if it all got caught on fire. We
Oh
just
my. Alright, no, I'm gone. Bye, goodbye. And you hear him just like screaming obscenities to himself.
like, I don't see you with a better plan.
He is out of earshot.
I'm also gonna take a nap in hopes of sobering up slightly.
Okay.
I'm
I'm-
gonna go. I'm gonna go lay in the bed next to Soil and be like, "You should have had a better plan," and then I'm gonna sleep.
He gives you the finger.
So, I do have a plan as a backup, but it's gonna require a bit more work. And this time, I do have contingencies that hopefully nobody fucks up. So here are some plans. And so basically he presents you like options. Bringing in like tainted alcohol so that the cultists can like drink it, and I don't know, food poisoning or just like suffer effects of such a sauce. That's like one of them. The second option is putting bombs in like buildings or underneath the sewers. That way, when we detonate the bombs, it would cause like a collapse, and hopefully it would cause the general to be stuck underneath some of the rubble. The third one is like trying to get the sewer alligators to maybe have like this kaiju fight with the skeleton snake.
Who are you discussing this plan with?
I'm discussing it with Ganondorf and Galadriel, so.
Okay. So now say that all of it get a bit in character. I'm joking.
Plan sounds good to me.
So which plan do you think we should do? Actually, we could probably do all of it, if anything.
Yeah.
Ganondorf.
Yeah, I'm good with it too.
Oh, okay.
It is getting rather late, and you all are very tired and sleepy.
Wait. I'm done with my shower.
Okay.
I have gathered my disgusting filth. I want to find out where Soil is. Where is he?
Okay, you don't see him at the moment.
I'm gonna go search for him.
Okay, you take a look around. Let me know when you find him.
Wait, let's see. Is he here? Where is this bitch? There, this. Found him. Alright. I want to dump it on him. Can I do that? Gonna dump it on him, and then I'm gonna sleep right beside him.
Okay, you throw. I'm gonna make him waste a spell slot for this again. You wait, make a stealth check.
Okay, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Okay, I'm rolling. Okay, you're just kind of. You have like all your clothes in like a bucket or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, you throw them into the air, and it by the way, it's just like it's kind of dark in this room. A lot of the torch has been snuffed out. And you see his clothes descend on sort of where he's sleeping, on his bunk, and then you see the clothes themselves become enraptured in that same orange energy, and then they tangle around you and tie a knot. And then you see a middle finger in the middle of the night, and Soil goes back to sleep.
Are you kidding me? Did he roll? This bitch. Wait, so am I just tied up now?
You are tied up in your stinky clothes.
Well, I'm gonna hop back into the shower, obviously.
Bad man.
Perception check to see if you can see the light.
Yeah, you take 5 pride damage. Ganondorf, Galadriel, you two gonna go to sleep?
Yeah, is that gonna count as a long rest?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna count as a long rest.
Alright, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Move bed.
Yeah. Then you guys, and Wheelie, I guess are you going to sleep?
I'm going to inform Dahmer and I guess a bunch of the Resistance members about the plans that I have, at least, so that we actually can think about it.
I am not okay with the whole blowing up the sewer system plan, just to be honest with you, because that's pretty important infrastructure.
But I do have 2 other plans.
Right. And so those, sure, whatever. we'll do our jobs.
Sounds good to me.
Just no more damaging public property, alright?
That might be a little bit more iffy. I can't make any promises because of the cultists.
That I understand, but no bombs blowing up sewers or buildings or whatever.
Sure, wait. Were there any, like, buildings set up by cultists or something that I could blow up? Like, they weren't there originally? Like, they were just set up? Like, maybe cranes or, like, tents or something like that?
And you remember that there actually is a very big crane in the industrial sector near the bank. It's near sort of the mines where they had imprisoned people working. And Dama says, there is a crane, but other than that, everything else has been repurposed.
Can I blow it up if we have no other option?
That I'm fine with.
Okay. And then we're just gonna go to sleep.
Okay, I guess Ganondorf and Galadriel are they a couple, or is he just invading personal space here? Okay, well, in any
Fucking
case...
creepy.
Ganondorf's kind of a weirdo.
You all go to sleep, and we have a cinematic cut. This is not a dream, by the way, but since I trust you guys, not metagame. But you see a sort of fuzzy image set before you. There is, let me see if I can get some music. You see a lit fireplace, and there is this lush, and by you see, I mean, like, you as in the PCs, not your characters. You see a fireplace. There is a lush carpet beneath it, and this fireplace is blazing. And sort of standing near this fireplace, you see two figures. One, a sort of shorter wood elf who is wearing a green battle outfit, and another, a very regal-looking figure in armor. Their faces aren't quite clear, but you hear sort of muffled voices, and from the man you hear, "I loved her, you know." And from the other figure you hear, "You murdered my sister." "I did what needed to be done." "You killed her." "I killed her. It was exactly because I loved her that she had to die." And then this sort of fades out. Oh wow, that was a very abrupt stop. But you all have completed your long rest. You wake up. It's very weird because there's no sunlight here. But your circadian rhythm sort of naturally wakes you up. And you have all regained whatever it is you need to regain. And you all also have leveled up.
Yay!
Yay!
Cool.
Yay!
Still don't have bagpipes.
Does my
Rah.
drunkenness
Matter.
reset on level up?
Say that again?
Does my drunkenness reset on level up?
I think it's after a long rest, you just lose all your stacks of drunkenness anyways.
Okay.
Is he hungover?
Do you
Yeah, you feel pretty bad though.
Alright, I'll take it.
You have a
Do
big
Is
you-
headache.
leveling up quick?
do you want us to go through
Uh,
level up right now, or do you want us to
Yeah,
do it?
this one is actually pretty quick, I think. Level
Yeah,
4.
the only thing you guys are gonna have to watch out for is you can increase 2 of your stats, right?
Or you could get a feat.
Or
Yes.
you can get a feat, correct?
So at
yeah.
level 4, it's built into the character mancer, but at level 4, it's very simple. You roll for you. There's health. Health is a thing, and then other than that, you can either increase. You have 2 points to increase your abilities, or you can forego those 2 points and instead gain a feat, which are basically like extra abilities. And there's a list of feats that you can explore. But there's nothing too complicated with this one, unless you just really want to like look at all the feats that are available.
So how do you level up?
So you open up your character sheet,
Mhm.
and then you click the cog icon in the top right. It's next to spells.
Okay.
and then at the very bottom there's a button that says Launch Level Plus Character Mancer.
Okay.
Click that.
Yay.
If you see something that says like multi-class, don't click on the multi-class stuff unless you really want some multi-class. But it kind of borks things up if you click on it. So just don't click on it.
Wait, why did I do average? Oh, I wanted to roll. Fuck.
Then you click roll. That's okay. Just click roll.
Oh, but how do I remove the average? It's already added.
I think you just click roll and it'll recalculate. I think.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Just make sure you keep track. If it's not correct, then you can change it at the very end, but just make sure. Actually, you might have to type in 8 in that little box. I'm not sure, but just play around with it. Your current HP right now is 19 Eragon, so whatever your HP at the end should be 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do roll, just keep in mind that. If you have any questions, let me know. This is pretty straightforward. So.
Wait, it says I could add multi-class? I'm confused now.
Please
Yeah,
don't do that, Ryan.
I would just avoid that. Don't click on that for now. It gets a little funky. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You should be putting points in wisdom, Ryan. That's what you should be doing.
But what if I want a feat?
You can also have a feat, yeah. Sure.
It's one or the other. You can't increase ability points and get a feat. It's either increase ability points or get a feat.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can we do a break while we figure this out?
Yeah, you can go take a break. Yeah.
Oh no, there's so many to read.
When's the next time that we level up to get a feat or an increase? Is it level 8?
I think it's level 8. Yeah, you're gonna get 4 feats, or 5, I think? 5 feats all the way to level 20. All characters caps up 20.
When's the next time we would get feat, then?
I believe it is 8, but I can check.
Fuck, dude, I'm so torn between grabbing points and grabbing a feat.
You're a Barbarian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a few of them that are pretty good for Barbarian.
Yeah, I really want to grab Great Weapon Master,
Yeah, that might be
but
better for you.
I just don't know if it's going to be worth it now or if I should just grab the points in Constitution or something.
Well, it's usually you're supposed to grab. If you want to min-max, you're supposed to invest points right now because those points will scale for a longer duration of time as opposed to feats that you can pick up later on, right? So if you invest in Constitution now, you'll have more health as you level up rather than just the feat.
Right. Okay.
But if you enjoy smacking really hard at low level, then might be a good time to pick up the Weapon Master feat.
Alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, I'm done. Dynasty's gonna be done in just a minute. I think she went to the bathroom real quick.
It's the 13 or higher prerequisite. Lol. Okay.
I think we're just leveling up, right? So it looks like it's Isarya, Eragon, and Galadriel, and Flinty.
Yeah,
I'm
still
still
working on it.
reading through everything.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
know. It's so hard.
No,
I know,
there's,
right?
there's no rush. There's no rush. It's still the night is still young.
You're gonna have to be very careful about the next level up though, because you have 2 people that learn Fireball next level.
Yeah, 5 is things get pretty fun at level 5.
Yeah, a lot of your buildings that you create are probably not gonna be there for long.
It's gonna be if we level up this chapter, it's gonna be so much collateral once we get past level 5.
I didn't ask how big the room is. I
How
had I
the
cast
fuck
Fireball.
did you get 19 strength? What? I guess it makes a difference because 20 is the threshold, but
Yeah, he's getting close.
yeah. How is that even possible? Because I'm at 18 wisdom, and I picked a class that
He
had
might
bonus
have
to
gotten
wisdom.
+1 strength from the gauntlet.
Oh, that might be why.
Yep,
I
I got
think,
stuff that's
yeah.
adding to it.
So your race is +2, gauntlet is +1, and then barbarian is +1.
Barbarian's +1 too, I think.
Damn,
I
that's
mean,
a lot of strength
what was your
bonus.
starting strength? 15?
17. From 15 plus my race, 17.
Oh yeah.
Our racing class, I guess.
I still have 17 strength.
Wait, can I add another? Oh, you can only have 7 spells still?
Depends on your
Okay.
wisdom. Did you put 2 points in wisdom?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you're still spell capped. That's why I told you to put points in wisdom, Ryan. So
I
you can
don't
have 2
think
extra
wisdom increases how
Yeah.
many spells you
Mhm.
get.
Yeah, it gave me an extra cantrip, an extra and an extra spell level 1 and level 2.
But I think
What?
that's just no. I think that's not wisdom. That's just your level up. Because like if you look at each class, they have a table for like at this level, this is what you get. It's not your spell slots are not based on your wisdom.
What? I
Now-
believe they are. How many spells you can use per day is based on your level, but then how many spell you can prepare is based on your spellcast modifier. For druid or cleric, it's wisdom, correct?
Oh.
Yeah, so you should be able
hold
to have
on,
access
let
to
me
more
check.
spells. Let me check that.
Let me
real quick.
check. I feel like something says that's not the case, but you're also the expert here. Yeah, because I'm just looking at the table. Like the table just says that at well, Eragon at level 4 you should get 1. Oh, those are spell slots. Sorry. No, you're right. Let's see. No, you're absolutely correct. The number of spells that you can have available is equal to your wisdom modifier plus your druid level. So you
Indeed.
should be able to learn 1 more spell.
No, he should not. If he did not put any points in wisdom, I think he's gonna have an extra
Okay,
level.
I mean,
2
I can
spell.
just try, right? Like, I can, like, go to
Mhm.
my ability score, and then I
Of
can add 2 points into wisdom.
Of course.
And then if I go to spells,
You should have an extra one to prepare. You also have to remember to remove your default spells because for some reason the Roll20 doesn't do it for you. So if you have a spell that is given to you by default because of your class, let's say you have Moon Rest, I don't know, man, like whatever spell you have that's given to you as a passive, you have to remove it to level up, and then it's going to get equipped back after your level up process. So you can select more spells sometimes. Does that make
so
any
I
sense?
can, yeah, so I can get another spell.
There we go.
That works.
It's also not worth it to put 2 points in wisdom if you end up at a odd number, because it's only on even number. So if you
Yeah,
had
evens
15,
are your breakpoints.
yeah. So if you had 15, then you only want to put 1 to 16 and put an extra point in something else, like charisma or whatever you prefer to play.
Okay.
Because 17 doesn't do anything for you. 16 is the breaking point. And then level 8, if you want, you can put an extra 2, so you can do an extra breaking point.
I think I'm just gonna get a feat. Fuck it.
Might as well. That's fine as well.
He should still get 1s because his druid level increased by 1, which should still give him 1 more spell.
No, I was able to
prepare.
get, I was able to get a spell. I just don't feel like looking through all the spells right now.
Gotcha.
Oh, but you feel like looking through all the feats.
I already looked through all the beats. I already looked through all the feats.
God.
Okay, so the best feat for a druid is actually. Do you want to know or not? I don't care.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, the best feat for a druid is called mobile.
I think it's just, like the best
I read
feat
that.
for most people in general.
For most classes, yeah. It's also pretty good for what's their class again? Rogue. Yeah.
Yeah, I chose it.
Yeah.
I chose
Walk
actor.
up and stab people.
It's basically gonna give you a lot more mobility when you're
Let's just say that I have the ability now to make Bob really big.
My total ability increased from 60 feet to 90 feet.
Wait, is Bob considered an animal?
no.
Sure, I think, right?
No, it's not. Bob is not an animal though.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Yeah.
We could.
Wait, is it a
Those
beast?
robes
So
have
it's not a
right to-
beast. It's not considered a beast. Ah.
No.
Oh,
A fucking abomination of flesh.
look.
No,
Could he
there's
make
no look. It's not an animal. It's fucking
Smell.
could he make himself bigger?
leftovers from dead people, like mished up together with a song.
Could Eragon
Yeah,
make
that's-
himself bigger since he's an animal?
I mean, I guess he could. I'm not sure if making yourself bigger. It doesn't make you tankier. It just makes you fatter. What did you get, Koi? The spell? Oh, that's a weird name for. Oh, I see why it's called that. Huh.
You could actually pick, if you want a balance of the two, right? You could actually pick Magic
Doubles?
Initiate.
Double this size.
It doubles? Oh, increases size by one category. Okay. I was gonna say Bob was gonna be huge if he like actually doubles, because that's. Okay, I see. And he deals an extra 1d4. Interesting.
Bob's
That's a
gonna
cool
be
spell.
big boy.
Wait, so you can make people big?
Or small.
Yeah, I
apparently.
can make anyone big. If you're willing.
That's kind of a troll skill, because you can make one of your friend big as he's about to pass in like a narrow path,
Oh yeah.
and then he can't pass, and you're like, you're fat. With
I
vicious
should,
mockery.
by the way, I should be stricter about this, but Koi, do you see there's a component that says M?
Yeah.
Like it says VSM. I should be stricter. M
Okay.
means there's a material cost to casting that spell.
Powdered iron. Where am I gonna get powdered iron?
I mean, you can
Well, you
purchase
find
that
iron
wherever you
and
want, or you
smash it
can
with a
make
hammer.
it. Yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah, ask Willie to get
Break
me
some chairs. Just break some chairs around.
That's true.
Or
File down some nails or something.
She's gonna remove all the tips of the spear to like make powders, and then they're all gonna go to war, with just with sticks.
I
Can I
do
just
need to
ask?
be. Sorry.
Can
Yeah.
I just ask Bob to eat a whole bunch of powdered iron and then
That's not quite how this works. It has to be in your hand, in your
Oh.
possession. Yeah.
I'm about to kill Bob. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
I got some new spells, Koi, and they do AoE damage, so
What kind of armor are you wearing?
it's not metal.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Are we still waiting on anybody else for leveling up?
I'm done.
Dynasty's done. I'm done.
I'm done.
I think everyone's done then, right?
I believe everyone is done.
Yeah.
Guide is good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Again, if you're using the spell slots tracker, make sure you bring everything back up to max. Make sure your hit points are all healed up. I don't think you use hit dice, but if you did, you regain up to half your level. So the night passes. You wake up. You smell some nice smells coming from the left entrance of the room, and you hear some metal clanging from outside of the door. You didn't really get a good look at sort of this area when you came in, by the way, but it hasn't been furnished that lushly. Like, these are some very basic serviceable beds. They're kind of bunk beds too. So I guess you all just kind of climbed into the top bunk, which is weird. But yeah, it's a new day. Soil's not here. He's not in the building, but Ciego, you see his body still asleep.
Where did that bitch go?
So Soyo's not here at all. Is that correct?
He is not in the room you're in.
I'm gonna wake up Ciego. What do I need to roll?
Depends on what you want to do.
Do we need this particular individual to wake up? He's like,
I do want to inform him about like plans that oh wait, sure. I didn't tell you as well. You know what? I'll just shake him up.
Okay, you shake him, and he's like, "Alright, I'm up. 5 more minutes."
I'll shake him more. I got 3 brilliant plans that I think you would like at least one of them.
Couldn't you have just like said my name or something?
I mean, you really like that blanket. You were hugging it.
It is a very comfy blanket. All right, let's get some food, and then tell me a plan of a breakfast.
Sure. I also want Soil to come here.
I don't know where he is right now. I can go look for him. Or we can just talk about it now. It's up to you.
Let's talk while we're looking for him.
Okay. You guys peek around the barracks. You do not see Soil, but you do smell and see some delicious breakfast that has been prepared. And then you sort of Siego walks outside, and you follow him. And outside, everybody's pretty much awake. You see some people training. You guys look around. You do not see Soil. Wonder where he ran off to.
God damn
He's
it.
probably fine.
He fucking betrayed us.
He's hiding
He
from
wouldn't do that. He
me.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, doesn't Soil like hate cultists? Like he actually killed them.
Yeah. I'm
diversion.
pretty confident I mean, I think I know him well enough. He's probably fine. Okay. So, what do you do?
I'm going to inform everyone about the plans.
Wait, how
So
many of these people can we trust? How many of them do we know?
I'm informing Diego and you guys about like what's going on. So if there's anyone in the resistance, you just like, I don't know. I don't really particularly care if they listen or not.
Okay, so first steps first would probably be checking the sewers if they're nearby, right? Because they're aware of the sewer thing, right? Correct? So we can devise the greatest plan in the history of the world. There might be a fucking army right now outside of the sewers.
What's your plan?
Just go check out the sewers to make sure that, we can still use the sewers. Because now we don't know.
You can check it out, sure.
By myself? God damn it.
Hey, if you want to go check it out, then you can. I'm just giving out plans. So
Alright, if I don't come back, you guys know what's up.
I'm gonna put down the written plan.
Pog is gonna go observe the sewers to make sure that they're still safe.
Okay. Wheelie, you're explaining your plan. Pog, you walk into the sewers,
Mhm.
and you sort of turn the corner, and
Okay.
you see Soil just dumping bodies of cultists into this gator's maw, who is just chomping down on them. And he, without turning around, he sort of says, how do I get into his voice? I don't know what the hell your friend did, but I really hope we haven't compromised the sewers. I
think it's
kill
safe to
a good
say
amount of
that,
people to clear it out.
I think it's safe to say that we have compromised the sewers, my friend. I guess he was not honest, but one of our friends got really hungry and compromised the sewers, and then we all fucked up.
I don't really care what he did. I mean, we can put more patrols or something, or start doing that. This is literally the only safe way we have to traverse. It was, at least, the only safe way to traverse the city.
Should we execute a plan now, since it looks like they know about the sewers? So do we have to put a plan in motion faster, or do we find another way?
If it were me, whatever genius plan you come up with, I'd say we do it sooner better than later. If we can at least secure a district, then we can relocate everybody there.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go inform my friends. You keep feeding the crocodile. Goodbye.
Will do.
Bogger's gonna come back and repeat exactly what just happened.
You
Also
hear
tell,
Pog say exactly what just happened. And you're all very confused.
Cool story.
Soil with him.
Okay, I found Soil. He says that we have to execute a plan ASAP because the sewers are kind of compromised right now. So whatever idea we have, he says, let's go ASAP. Otherwise, we're kind of in trouble. You guys think about this one.
I just
So-
vote if we want to lock down a district, I vote we lock down the economic district. There's more supplies there. And food.
We don't know anything in the economic district as of the moment, though it's the bigger issue. There's also like an unknown general who's patrolling it. We don't even know the general.
We can try
Well,
looking for Emmy.
I
Step one
could
is
also give you
probably-
details on, because, you know, we've been doing scouting and all. We sort of have a good idea of what's going on in each district.
So what are the other two generals like then? I saw one of them is a woman who kicked Ganondorf in the balls, but that's like the only information I know about her.
And a 101. Destroy my bagpipe, by the way. Still angry?
Yeah,
Actually, I've-
so you all met Styx. All of you met Styx. He's sort of the giant bone snake in the industrial sector. And I'm based on what you described, Wheelie. I'm guessing you all had a rather nasty encounter with Lady Lisa in the civilian sector. Economic sector. There's a small group of orcs that are walking around. And we don't know why they're here. But they have sort of the emblem of the cults. And they've been barking orders and giving around. We're pretty sure it's them. But in terms of information, I have no idea what that guy's name is. I don't know what his deal is.
Those orcs do not represent our race.
Oh, don't get me wrong, buddy. There are a lot of bad dragonborn out there too.
Oh no, I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying it that as like in general.
Yeah. No, I understand. We're an inclusive group here.
Maybe too inclusive, with all due respect.
Well, all right.
Whoa.
That's good.
That's- I guess one of us did get hangry.
But I do have these plans. What do you guys think?
Roll
Was
me
there-
by those plans again.
So-
What's another one?
So blow up the district, blow up buildings was the bombs. There's also the crane that you could blow up to try
Do we
and
have bombs?
we can buy them at Costco. I mean, it's Costco, so. And
Wait, Costco is back in the other town.
no, Costco is in this district.
There is a Costco, but I don't think they're operating right now.
Yeah,
Is there a way to get them to open up?
I mean, if you want bombs, we can make bombs.
Oh, you guys can make bombs? What kind of bombs?
Just what bombs
Honestly, I
are
don't
in
think-
5e? What bombs
I
are
don't
in
think-
D&D?
I don't think this group needs bombs. We have Odin.
Do we need more special sauce? We kind of use them a lot.
Maybe that's probably all the more reason to try and get
yeah.
Costco back up. That way we at least have supplies.
What even is Costco?
You
Oh,
got-
I haven't been there.
Out of character, should we all sing the jingle?
Yes. All right, let me demonstrate. And
Okay,
then I'll
the last thing I want to do right now is go to Fantasy Costco because the guy in the sewer literally just told us that we have to execute a plan quickly because the sewer is compromised.
Why don't
Oh, your dreams come.
So we're gonna go to Fantasy Costco and then we'll come out and they're all gonna be dead. No,
or we
no
could
good.
just hide in Fantasy Costco.
Sure.
So
Like-
the last time you saw, the portal is not up for Fantasy Costco.
Or no, we can make the Fantasy Costco here.
We could move to Fantasy Costco into the Resistance.
It'll be a trap. I like it already. I can imitate Garfield.
You could turn into a cat.
No, but I can imitate his voice perfectly. We just need a cat. Actually, can I turn? I can turn into a lion.
Well, you can also turn into a cat. I just didn't give it to you because it didn't.
Oh,
think you
I
could do
can.
it,
Oh,
but yeah, any
my god.
beast that is CR, I think 1 or lower, you can turn into. I think it's CR 1.
Oh my
So,
god.
If you look in the compendium for beasts or whatever, I'm pretty sure you should be able to turn into a cat.
Okay. An option, guys. What do you think?
What does that accomplish exactly?
I don't really see the point of fantasy.
I'm not
Costco.
sure.
I literally feel like we're gonna go there, waste time. People are gonna die, and then we'll come back and be like, nah. At least we got bombs.
I mean, I'm just saying that we could get some stuff from the Fantasy Costco. We can't just go in there with no supplies.
Maybe the economic sector has supplies. We can go
we have
shopping.
a lot of supplies. We've been in fantasy Costco before coming here.
I
Do
know,
we-
but we used up like 10 special sauces, and I don't have a
Okay.
bagpipe. Okay,
So that's two
need my
things. that-
bagpipe.
Okay, so bagpipe. That's easy to fix, right? Right?
He
Well, I
took-
hope my pal
You could probably.
Tiefling over there has a bagpipe.
We
Cause
can. No, we can probably help you repair it.
I'm
no, it's gone.
I'm still waiting on a
snake
custom
has it.
item too, from that order form I put in.
Right. You haven't put in the order form yet. You haven't visited the Basil Emporium.
You little-
since.
Alright.
Let's go to the
I'll take
Basil
that.
Emporium, guys. I need stuff.
Odin, you were also reminded you have an appointment with Alphonse at the Haystack.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go with Odin actually.
Make us proud, Odin.
I don't want to go back to fantasy Costco. I'm gonna follow Odin wherever he goes.
I'm gonna try and inform Soil about the plans. And also maybe convince him to get into Fantasy Costco.
Okay, you see him walking back from the sewer entrance into the Resistance.
I'll just give him like catch-up information.
And he says, I don't operate Fantasy Costco portal, you know.
Well, we need to find a way to get it back on. Also, aren't you a wizard or something like that?
Yes, I am, but I'm not the one who controls the portal. That's Garfield.
We need to at least try and see if we can get it working, though. With all fairness.
If you want to try and get it working, fine, but I'm pretty sure there's no way from our end we can turn that portal on.
Is there like something in the Costco shop that we could like press a button that like opens it or something like that?
I mean, if you find your way into Costco, maybe you could convince Garfield or whatever, that stupid cat, to reopen the portal. I'm pretty sure he closed it down because the entire city is all borked up, man. I don't think he wants random cultists entering his store.
I mean, it's free shit if he kills them. He is a warlock.
Yeah, but it's bad for optics. You know, it's called Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true. Not Fantasy Costco, where you walk in and find dead cultists lying around.
I'm gonna check.
Didn't we just kill a bunch of cultists? Why don't we take all their stuff and like, you know, use it? Okay, I guess it was a bad idea.
Did Soil like loot the bodies or something like that before feeding
Didn't
them?
mention his name.
I
How
thought they
about
just
we-
drifted down.
How about we like go into sewers and like just see if like it's still an option, right?
Why don't we all 8-wheel on Odin's date?
Look, Wheelie Steely is going to go check like Costco and see if there's like a way to turn it back on. If not, he's gonna look for supplies regardless and bring
I
it back.
want to go to the Basil Emporium.
Alright, I need a quick head count of what's going on.
Oh my god, we're gonna split again in 5
No,
different parties.
it's a listen. I'll try to make sure there's not weird initiatives going on as long as you guys don't kill random people.
Odin's gonna throw a fireball.
Alright,
But-
nobody get hangry this time.
this
Yeah, who did that anyway?
I'm not against splitting. It's just consider your actions, but also I have a way to make sure that people are staying involved when splits happen. So
I'm just
if
not
you
sure what we're thinking here. Like, we're gonna go to Costco, buy 3 bombs. Okay, then. I'm not gonna say bombs are useless, but they're literally the same as me casting Burning Hands.
We're not going to
Listen,
Costco to
listen.
buy bombs only. We're
The
trying to get it
bagpipe,
back open
okay.
as well.
Yeah, I'm not taking anybody's shit until I have bagpipes.
Plus, I want some food, so we're going out.
I
Oh yeah,
have-
and
I have
feed
ration.
the freaking druid, or else we're gonna have another accident.
I have rations that I can give him. There's also breakfast right now waiting for us. We're just idiots and we're not eating. Like, there's literally breakfast right now. We could just go now.
Where is it?
It's probably in the
it's
kitchen.
in the
like
mess
we
hall in the barracks.
Yeah, we woke up to the smell of bacon, like good breakfast, and
Oh yeah, you're right.
we're
Is
just
this it?
staying here with empty stomach for no reason.
Is this it right here?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know,
it's
man.
not. It's here. It's over
Oh, it's
here,
here. It's here.
man.
I see it. It's this door, right?
Yeah,
Oh, is that
it's
bread?
Well, no, there's food. It's just you have to use your imagination, man.
Okay.
There's a spread of fluffy scrambled eggs. There's some interesting what looks to be some kind of tentacle that has been filleted. And it smells delicious, but it's like nothing you've seen before. Everything here smells amazing.
So we have 3 issues: food, bagpipe, and bombs. Food is taken care of. Second one, bagpipe. Anyone has a pair of pants they want to donate, so we can make a new bagpipe.
No, that's no. Listen, I'm
What?
getting proper instrument for this proper bard.
In between bites, Sigo says, honestly, I don't see what's wrong with just the plain old plan of just we all rush up there and take them by surprise. Just lock down this. I mean, we have the advantage of just surprising them. They're not going to expect literally tens of people rushing out of a bar, right?
If we are doing that, I do wait for the economic district or for the industrial district.
Well, for the one we're in right now.
Oh, well, that sounds fair. I was thinking more like if that's the case, maybe get the crocodile involved, and so we can have her, and her children like fight the cultists above.
They can't come out of the sewers though.
If they try hard enough, I'm sure they can.
If you can get them out, like, listen, I'm cool with anything. I don't know if you can get them out. They don't really listen to people.
Greatly reduces the size of animals. Maybe Ganondorf has something. He's had.
I have a spell that reduces the size of animals, but I ain't wasting that on a crocodile. You can only do that shit 3 times.
Yeah, you gotta use it on Bob.
Yeah, I gotta use it on Bob.
Yeah, so no crocodile then.
Remember, guys, what are we good at?
Mostly just coming out of the sewers without a plan and blowing shit up, honestly.
We're good at acting, okay? We can go in there. I say we pretend to be Fantasy Costco. Look at all these, like, they're gonna run out of supplies eventually.
I mean,
we'll have
you
a
were
big
the
wagon.
one who kind of, didn't you try to convince those bakers to, like, give you stuff? And, I mean, that didn't
Irrelevant. Now I have
Alright,
acting on my side. Acting on my side. I leveled it up, can't you tell?
Actually, no.
Yeah, you were doing bicep kills in your sleep?
Aren't you still tied up?
No. He undid his gross vomit cultist stuff.
I took another shower, thank you. But I'm saying, we pretend to be an entourage of merchants, sellers. We go to wherever we want to go, and we take them by surprise.
I mean, we're already undercover, though. We don't really...
Yeah, we're like already cultists.
I know, but how are we gonna move? This way we can move, like, through the streets?
We can already
with an
do that.
Elias? No, with all our equipment. Like, what if we want to bring the alligators outside, Cover them up in a van, say it's our stuff.
I have Bob.
We established that we cannot bring the crocodile. We can't bring the crocodile. Because it's massive and we don't have anything to reduce the size of the crocodile.
Not yet.
Flinty, hello?
Also, keep in mind, the crocodile doesn't really listen to us. It's going to be up to Ganondorf if he does or not. It's not like
Bob is perfectly capable.
I believe in Bob. I'm not
Where
sure
is Bob anyway?
Bob is waiting outside patiently, like a good boy.
He might be dead too. It's been the whole night.
Nah, Bob is fine.
I'm
gonna that says mom.
I'm gonna bring like a shit ton of food, and then like I want to go out there and feed Bob.
Okay, so it's set. We go out of the sewers, correct? Is it set?
Because this connects to the bar, right? And Bob
yes, this connects to the economic sector.
So we can go with the costumes, right? We can combine both plans. We can go with costumes, and then if they identify us, well, too bad. If they don't, good for us.
Look, we can run our errands and do our meeting with Alphonse or whatever, and then just take them by surprise.
I'm gonna check the Costco just to be sure if it's like active or not.
Sure. You go to Costco and we'll do something meaningful. Got
You
it.
guys see Ammon peek his head out the door, and he says, hey, we're about to open up upstairs, so if you want to, like, get out of here, now would be a good time before I let people in.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Guys, I feel like he'll like recognize me. Should I like shapeshift?
Sure. Turn yourself into something that
Useful?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, can I be a hamster? Are there hamsters in this world?
Yeah, you can be a hamster. I'm not going to make a token for it, because that's, a bit much, but yeah, you can be a hamster.
Odin,
Okay, I want to be in
Ganondorf-
someone's. I want to be in
Sorry.
someone's pockets. Sorry.
Not mine.
Ganondorf, Galadriel, Isarya, Odin. Well, Odin's gonna be busy. What are you guys gonna do?
No, we're gonna go with Odin.
Well, no, I'm asking Ganondorf, Galadriel, and Isarya.
Hold on
Oh.
1 second. I'm gonna go with Odin in third wheel.
Ganondorf, and is Galadriel.
Out of character, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Our daughter's getting sick. Hold on.
No problem.
I didn't hear the.
I said,
Her daughter is feeling sick.
Oh
yeah,
no.
she's puking right now, so I'll be right back.
no.
I'll be right back.
Oh, go
so
help,
hold on.
go help.
Okay, so Galadriel is tagging along.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're going to be sort of out of commission for a bit.
Yeah, let's give them a piggyback ride or something like that.
Okay, so for the
Don't give
purpose
me.
of who's going to carry Eragon, for the purpose of moving forward, what is happening at the moment is basically Flinty and Ganondorf are going to go to the Basil Emporium to do
Oh my
some
fucking
shopping,
God.
right?
Yeah.
No, I think we do Odin's plan. I think we give up on everything we just spoke about and we do Odin's plan.
What is Odin's
How much
plan?
teleportation scroll do we need to bring the crocodile upstairs?
Wait, what's Odin's plan?
That's the one that you just told me in secret.
Okay, I
How much
guess
teleportation
keep your
scroll do we
secrets.
need to bring the crocodile upstairs?
You would only need. Well, hold on. I think they need to be willing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Let me just check real quick. Yes, it instantly transports you in up to 8 willing creatures.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. I think Crocs like the sewers. They're getting fed. Steady stream of cultists.
Yeah, but we can still just use the teleportation scroll as a surprise though. right?
What if
That-
I open the teleportation portal and throw a piece of meat through it?
It's not quite a portal and more just like instant transmission.
Got it.
So
Not
you're
like
not
opening
up a port or anything like that.
What if
So,
I
does
charm-
anyone have like an ability to charm a crocodile or something?
Yes.
Ryan does and Ganondorf
It
does.
says
as
a
well.
humanoid though.
Anyone in the resistance, at least?
No, but Ryan has some stuff for animal. For sure.
Yeah, but Eragon's useless.
Yeah, but he's
Wow.
a druid. Look at your skills. Look at your skills, please, Ryan. Tell me if you can do something about a crocodile. Are you telling me you transformed into a hamster before we left?
I thought we were going. Let's
God.
go.
Alright, let's just go. Fuck this shit.
Okay, let's go.
We're gonna go in the
Gosh.
sewers. I don't know
Getting
where we're
between
gonna
me and
come
my
up.
bagpipe.
Can I cast my spell as a hamster? Or
I
no?
don't think you can cast spells when you're transformed. No.
Damn it.
What can hamsters do? Bite?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nuzzle?
He's gonna have to
Have, like,
transform back.
2 hit points. They can
Yep.
be small and cute.
Can we put him in a wheel?
Oh my.
I'm gonna carry him in my pocket, honestly. Probably the
I think
safest
it's in
way.
Isarya's pocket, right?
I am cool with
Sorry,
whatever
fuck.
plan, but I think we should figure out a way to move forward at least, so we're not just like sitting
Yeah.
underground discussing for hours what to do.
So do we take the north, the west, or the south exit?
So you're going through the sewers, or you're just like gonna exit the bar?
I just want to exit the bar.
Exit the bar.
Oh,
Let's
really?
exit- Let's exit the
feed
bar.
Bob, yes.
This-
And I'm
this
going
is
to
like,
Basil Emporium. Yeah.
This is like an underground hatch or something, right? To
Yeah.
bar.
Yes.
Are they gonna be suspicious if they see literally 40 people coming
Well,
out of the bar?
it's not open yet. He said.
And we are-
Yeah, it's
He's
gonna
gonna
open
be
soon.
opening it up.
Let's go.
We're
Okay,
sitting
let's go,
here
let's go, let's
bickering.
go. We're gonna
We
come
are-
out of the bar.
We are also disguised, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we kind of have an idea that few of us are kind of fugitive a little bit. Like, so we
Not
don't know how
me.
much of that we can count on.
I'm the cool kid. I make parties.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You guys go up the trapdoor that leads into the tavern. And yeah, okay, everybody's here. So right now the tavern is empty. And you take a peek outside, and there doesn't seem to be anybody like sort of on that road. So you could probably exit and not draw suspicion if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna belly up.
Bob? Bob? Ah, there you are.
No, Mom, other way.
Wait. Oh, that's not Bob.
Awkward.
Here's some sausages and eggs.
He looks at his hands that are more like stumps, and he's like, "Oh,
Just drop him in his mouth.
okay." You are feeding your flesh golem, and he doesn't really chew, and it just kind of, his throat is very large, and it kind of just falls down in there. But then he rubs his tummy, and then you think he smiles.
Good boy, Bob.
Food, good.
I'm gonna ask Amon if I could get like an additional 20 bottles of cheap alcohol.
Would you be able to pay for them? I mean, it'd be okay if you can't, but it'd be nice if you could.
I give him 20 gold.
Alright, you get 20 bottles of cheap alcohol.
I'm gonna leave the tavern,
Okay.
and I'm gonna check on the crossbow.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm assuming Ganondorf and Flinty, you walk into the Basil Emporium.
Yeah.
You see that masked dark elf again, who is scrubbing away at more graffiti. Except this time, when he like wipes it off and he turns his back, it just sort of reappears. And then he turns around and he's like, "What the heck?" And he goes back to scrubbing, and he nods as you enter.
Where my vision token at?
Oh, I can give you your vision tokens. Sorry, I forgot to put those in. Give me a quick second. I'm just gonna dump them in a bunch of places. Alright, there you go. Yeah, you walk in, the Basil twins are sort of just going about their duties, and you open the door and there's a little bell that rings, ting-a-ling, and they turn around and they bow deeply and they say, Bale says, "It's good to see familiar faces again. I see you have an order form, Ganondorf?" Oh, I forgot he's not here. Wait, is he here? How did he get here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
make
have
the connection.
I have an order form that's filled out, and I hand it to him.
Very good. And he takes a look at it. He says, "Oh, this seems like a fun little party item. What are you trying to do with this?" Well, I won't ask. And I guess as discussed in the Discord, it will run you about 150 gold, and you can pick it up later in the day after they're done making it.
Can I negotiate that price with him?
What do you say?
I say 150 seems a little steep. It's a pretty common item, I would think. Can we do it for 125?
Roll persuasion.
Alright, 150 it
I
is.
disagree with your statement that it's common. I'm pretty sure this sort of thing doesn't exist. But you know. How about I'll give you 10 gold off. How does that sound?
Deal. I like it. Thank you.
Very good. All right, come back later. And Bale then turns to you, Flinty, and for you, ma'am.
I'm just gonna like start crying. I'm like, they took my bagpipes.
How could they?
I was. Can you help me find a new one? I had to take a sleeping potion to sleep.
And he strokes his chin. He says, "I'll tell you what. Why don't you come back here?" And he leads you to sort of a rear room. And he opens it, and you walk in, and it seems to be a rather sizable collection of various different instruments.
I thought
he
you
says,
didn't deal in instruments last time.
That's the thing, we don't. This is actually, these are all mine.
Wow.
But I mean, you've been quite a friendly face. How about? And he walks over to. You have a good eye for bagpipes. He walks over to a rather good one, and he says, "I'm not much of a bagpiper myself, but perhaps this would convince you to come back and give me some lessons in the future."
Of course. Yes. Yes.
Very well. Take good care of this one. Although I suppose you can do whatever you want with it, but I imagine as a musician, you know how to respect your instruments. And he hands you a rather ornate bagpipe. Yeah.
All is right in the world. Thank you, Bale.
And he winks at you.
By any chance, would you be able to put any enchantments on?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
I want to help people enjoy the music a little more, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I do, but the DM has no idea, so why don't you give a little bit more description?
I don't know, like more distracting powers or like more like I don't know, like plus
I could. Now I think this would run you a little bit, because I'd have to tap into some magical powers, which I already have to plan out with your friend Ganondorf's order, but I could potentially make it sound a little more magically better. Of course, it wouldn't nothing too crazy. Of course, they want to appreciate your true talents, but it would just better, better amplify your already existing skill. So he could give it +1 to performance, for like, let's say 60 gold.
Deal. Let's do it.
Okay. And this will just be a moment. He carries the bagpipes over to a table that has a bunch of runes on it and a bunch of candles, and he just places it gently. And he rummages through a cabinet that is filled with a bunch of different herbs and sort of like dried mushrooms, bones, feathers, and just things that you would imagine somebody who deals with enchanting would look through. And he finds a empty sheet of parchment, and he takes out some ink that seems to sparkle a little bit, and he really quickly writes. You recognize it as musical notes on this parchment, and then he lays it in a free section of the table, and you see a blue energy surround his hands as he passes it over this bagpipe. The parchment disintegrates, and it seems to sort of infuse with the bagpipes, and he hands it back to you.
Thank you so much. I also want to purchase some items for my spells. So, some powdered iron.
Let me just throw that in with your payment. How does that sound?
Awesome. Thank you. And then a feather and tiny tarts. I don't know what tiny tarts are.
Tiny tarts. Can you link the spell?
I can hear this conversation going on, correct?
You hear muffled voices.
So can I walk back up to him and say, "Oh, I also need some leaves of sumac as well."
Oh, hello, sir. I didn't expect you to walk in here. Yeah, sure. If you, did you already pay him?
Yeah,
Ganondorf.
I took the money out already.
Okay. Then that sounds good. I have no idea what tiny tarts are, but I don't think they're going to be that expensive. So yeah, let's just say that with sort of your payment, you guys get these basic items.
Awesome.
Okay.
Is there what quantity?
Yeah. Are these stuff is it expended upon spell use or is like
Yes.
Okay.
But let's say let's just say 5 uses for now.
Okay.
And we'll deal with the implications later of that.
Alright.
Okay, so you guys are finishing up your purchases at the Emporium. Wheelie, you wanted to check out the situation of the Costco.
I guess I'll have to roll perception.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just look at it. It's not like it's anything special. But yeah, you walk around. You see a couple of you see orcs that are sort of walking around, and the two sort of less armored ones nod at you, and the bigger one also turns and he stops for a bit, and sort of just observes you before going back to his patrol route. So you walk up to the Fantasy Costco, and yeah, unlike the one in Greenhorn, the portal is not open at the moment.
I'm gonna ask these two cultists if they know, if they know what's going on with this thing.
And they shake their heads. Honestly, no idea. It's been closed since we got here.
You think it's a shop?
I mean, probably, right? I don't know.
Let's work together and try to get this open. I mean, why not?
Well, why do we... Hold on. Who are you?
I'm a cultist. My name's, Steely.
Alright, that's cool, Mr. Steely, but, you're... Why? Don't you have, like, something to do?
Well, I think, like, we're in the economic district right now, and I think, I don't know what this place is, but what this tent is, but I feel like if we can get it working somehow, us cultists might be able to get more, maybe potential resources or something like that from this mysterious shack.
I mean, we're not really doing anything. Sure, let's check it out. So you're examining, this portal. Roll investigation. Okay. So it seems, unfortunately, that Soil's description is correct. You don't see a real way to get this thing working on your end.
What if we write a really nice letter? Just says, "Hi, we have the gold. Can you please open up the shop? I want to buy something."
To who?
I don't know, the owner of this shack. And maybe it'll open up.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's going on. You can do your thing, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna write a paper and that's it.
Are you looking to buy something?
I'm looking to get this, at least make it so that Costco is open. So.
Okay. How are you sending your letter or your message?
I'm gonna write it, in cursive. And just how do I describe it? I'm gonna put the paper in front of like whatever table it is, and just like write, "Dear Mister or Miss Oder, I have stumbled upon your shop, and it is unfortunately closed as of the moment. Um, I would like to, if it is possible, I would like to invest in some of your consumables and any other belongings in this shack, as I think it would be. Uh, I think if there is something in the shop that might be of my interest to make a deal with. Sincerely, Dealy Steely.
Okay. So you write this letter and you just like put it on the portal.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Maybe something will happen. But at the moment, nothing.
Wait, Hildreth, what?
You're just gonna light these tents on fire?
Well, when I'm bored, my character just likes to put shit on fire. He got bored because he came out of this like hiding place and there was nothing going on for a good 30 minutes. So now he's like, I'm gonna light shit up. So he's gonna light 2 tents on fire to make a diversion.
Okay. Roll sleight of hand.
No, I'm going with a little candle.
This
Sleight of
is
hand? I mean, I could
really
roll sleight of hand.
this is really more to see if anybody notices you trying to light stuff on fire.
Oh, there's someone inside the tent I'm in?
Well, there's people all around you.
Sure, I'll write the events.
While this is going on, and I'm guessing Odin, Eragon, and Galadriel are just kind of chilling in the bar.
Yep, we're waiting for Arnaldo.
Excuse me?
I always roll like shit.
Alfonso.
Alfonso.
Arnaldo? Hildorf. You light a candle and you bring it to the ropes, and some guy just smacks your hand. He's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Okay, so you guys are waiting for maybe like 20 minutes, and you see the front of the bar open, and in walks Alphonse. And Hildorf Pog magically teleports back into the tavern.
I walked back.
You walked back before anything happened, yeah. And he's a very large figure. He's actually struggling to get through the door a little bit. He has to like duck under and sort of turn sideways. But he's very polite about it. And he looks around. He sees that there's a couple of people here, dressed in robes, and he sort of gives a little cute wave to Isarya, Pog, and Galadriel, and I guess Eragon as a hamster. And he turns around and he says, it's my good friend, how are you on this fine day?
Doing wonderful, how are you?
I'm doing quite well myself. Barkeep. And Ammon's like, yes, sir. And he says, let's start with, I suppose it isn't too early. Let's have 2 rounds of the coffin knocker, if you would. And you hear Ammon saying, right away, sir. And he goes back and does some mixology stuff. And so you and Alphonse are just sort of chatting it up. What do you say?
So how long have you guys been here in this city?
Oh, it was actually pretty recent. I want to say it's been maybe half a month. Maybe a little longer than that. I'm not sure. I was here a little bit earlier. I mean, can you believe it, though, that, like, the king of the city was one of us? I was ecstatic to find that out. Finally, somebody with some sense in this world.
So the king was a cultist before he was the king, or he was the king and became a cultist?
I never really asked.
Interesting.
Maybe something I could bring up in the future.
So you joined the cultists before you guys took this place over?
Oh, yes. I was stationed, back in the Sword Peaks. Not a very fun place there. Just a bunch of mountains. Nothing really good to drink. Very different from here, which I'm sure you know. Where are you from? What's your deal? And how are you enjoying the life of a being a fellow brother of the cult of the purifying flame?
I'm just more of a wanderer, no real home, but the cultists have taken me in quite warmly. I'm just glad that we get plenty of drinks and don't have to pay for any of it, so I'm very happy about that.
Your drinks arrive, and Amon sort of bows and retreats back to the bar, and Alphonse raises his and he says, "I'll toast to that," and he raises his mug.
And I will mirror his sentiments.
Okay, and he takes a swig. He's like, "Oh,"
and I will down mine.
"Oh, impressive, good sir. I like to savor mine."
I like to get a little warmed up first.
Each to his own. So you guys are observing this date. What do you guys do? Isarya, Pog, and Galadriel.
Probably light more stuff on fire.
Okay, Isarya and Galadriel, you see Hildur Pog start trying to light stuff on fire.
What is wrong with you? We're inside this building. Why are you trying to catch it on fire?
Alright, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go find another place to catch something on fire.
Are you trying to piss these people off?
I don't know, I'm gone.
Do it in like the
So
graveyard or
if
something.
The king is a cultist. What's with the hostile takeover?
What was your question, Wheelie?
Nothing, it was just out of character. Just set fire on the graveyard or something.
Oh gosh.
So, I mean, you know, about, how many days has it been now? I think 2 weeks back he put a all-hands-on-deck call to people in the area, and, you know, I mean, we respond. He's a good guy. He's not just the king of the city, from what I'm told. Apparently he's rather high up in the food chain. And so we're here, to be completely honest. Well, what he told us, of course, is the whole spiel about being part of this new world. I'm sorry, my voice keeps shifting between things. Being a part of this whole new world order sort of thing. But I mean, I'm sort of his personal retainer, and occasionally I hear him muttering about something about eternity and immortality, and you know, I'm a simple man. I'm just here to sort of do what I can to make a change in this world, you know?
I understand. So then the rebellious people are not interested in this new world order?
I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, I think we're being quite reasonable. Okay, well, I think some of our members could do with a little more restraint, but I mean, who wouldn't be interested?
I don't know, but it seems like the graffiti and the rubble and, you know, this town has seen better days, clearly.
It certainly has, but I suppose sacrifices must be made for progress.
So what are you guys going to do with the city after all the resistances have stopped and you're comfortably?
You know, I'm not. I trust in Amil. I'm sure he has a valid reason for doing all of this. I don't know if you've realized, but I'm not the one to ask questions. But you know, it's gotten me this far.
Yes, I can respect that. I'm gonna take another drink.
Okay. Okay, so let me just Okay, Pog, you're wandering around. What do you want to accomplish? What are you trying to do?
I thought the goal was to create a diversion.
That is the goal. Right now, I'm just checking. Right now, we're all doing our own plans first, so.
But it looks like right now, the group got sidetracked. And according to our friend, we have to hurry up. And also, Hildorf Pog is pretty OCD, as his character sheet says. When he has a goal, he gets obsessed by the goal and follows that goal to the detriment of his friend and himself. So his goal is to create a diversion because he was told to. So now he's wondering, why the fuck all my friends role playing? Gotta light up the fire. So he's trying to find another place to light a fire.
Gotcha.
He's
Alphonse.
strongly considering to just summon his fire elemental and light shit up, you know. He's being really patient right now.
Alphonse looks at the window and he looks at sort of the rough angle of the sun and he says, I should probably head back, but it was very good meeting you. And he turns to the other three and he says, I hope you three have a good day as well. Flame to ashes, ashes to flame.
Flame to ashes, ashes to flame. Have a good day. We'll see you again soon.
I certainly hope so. And he leaves. Okay. Would anybody like to do anything else?
So this guy that we put in our order forms for and got the lease from, is he like a general vendor merchant type person? Like, could we get potions of healing or like a different weapon or something like that?
I have like 5 potions of healing, so if you tell really Steely to put in like a healing potion in like the bag of holding or something like that, just tell him so.
Okay.
So they definitely deal. Well, potions of healing are considered magical, so you can buy them if you want.
Would it be strictly magical items here?
No weapons.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, I'm good then.
Okay. So I think probably what should come next is I think you guys should regroup and discuss the plan. But I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But in terms of just if you just need direction of what's happening next.
I'm gonna head back to the bar.
Yeah, let's say I head back to the bar after I get all my shit.
Okay.
So have we waited enough time for those items to be completed?
It will be a little longer until you can get the item, until you can get your item.
Okay.
Ganondorf.
Then I'd be heading back to the bar then.
Okay. Is everybody at the bar?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I am.
Before going back to the bar, Hildorf Pog is gonna ask these two guys like, close to him next to the fish shop, and he's gonna be like, anything cool going on today?
Well, I mean, what is today? I think today's supposed to be the day of worship or something. Not that any of us are particularly religious for, these guys, the whole down with the gods, down with the goddesses thing,
Gotcha. This was fun talk. Goodbye.
Is Ganondorf in the tavern right now?
Yeah, we can say that you all are in the tavern. Okay, so, Amon sort of notices that you guys are the only ones there at the moment, and he says, we should move now. As soon as you guys do whatever as soon as I hear fighting, I'll let them know.
So I'll let you notice that there were 3 enemies, there were 3 guys over here, all orcs right now. It kind of looks like they're in an open area, so I don't think we could ambush them, unfortunately.
If we want to ambush, we can do it from the south. That's what I noticed.
Oh, are they suspicious because they're orcs?
No, they haven't been suspicious of anything, but they have checked the Classico.
You recall Diego was talking about this group of orcs.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
Are we taking them down because they suck?
I'm taking them down because they badly misrepresent us orcs.
I'm on Pipes of and it says, and I believe at least one of them is supposed to be the general of this district.
Either way, we should probably take all three of them now.
Wait, Wheelie,
I got your back.
Wheelie, you can speak Orcish, right?
I could, but I am also a regular cultist. You want me to do something? Or...
Well, I was gonna say I can speak Orcish too. I was wondering if maybe we could get them to, I don't know, be distracted or something if we need them to be disposed of.
We could try, sure.
Dispose of who?
I guess those, well, no, the three orcs, so.
Oh,
But I guess in this case, it's probably two of them, so.
gotcha.
So what's happening?
So we attacking from the south?
I guess do
or
we
we
want to try?
attacking
Yeah, do we want to just ambush them and?
We can't ambush them. They're surrounded by many, many people. We would have to attract them somewhere.
You are reminded that Amon says, if you can at least sort of isolate yourselves, I'm pretty sure that we can just handle the rest.
Oh.
So let's do it. Let's cause a distraction.
Yeah,
You want to attack all three? Should we have all three of them together, or should we separate those three? That way we can outnumber each one.
I mean, we outnumber them. Even if they're together, right?
I think 8
Yeah.
versus 3 is okay.
It should be okay, but also we are in a district full of cultists as well, so it's not just that.
Yeah, but as soon as we engage and we cause a major distraction, people are going to come up. They're literally just waiting for us to do something.
Alright, then let's go.
I can have Bob block a whole entire hallway.
You can, yeah, you can.
if we want to lock something down.
Alright, get into your... really quickly run over with the DM the battle plan in, like, out of character, so I can figure out what the heck's going on.
I'm not telling you the battle plan.
Okay, the formation at least, because are you doing anything to prep before the battle happens?
Can
Or are
we...
you, or are you just, like, walking up and, like, sort of just, like, walking around and pretending like you're doing stuff?
Something like that. These two is just scouting to see, like, where the enemies are.
Okay.
Is there a place is there a place we could like corner them or something?
You could look around. So just to sort of give you a breakdown of what's going on, again, imagine the left of this district as sort of it's just a wall, right? It's a wall with gates, and there's people making sure people who walk in and out, just keeping tabs of that. Wheelie, you walk up into what looks to be a warehouse that's just filled with random junk. Just a bunch of random stuff. There's, of course, there's this little marketplace, there's this fantasy Costco tent, there's this bar, there's this, Basil Emporium stuff. So, it's up to you guys if you want to manufacture something to get them in a specific location, or you can just, like, go straight for it, or whatever.
So Wheelie is gonna go on the stone and talk to Flinty, and he's gonna say that the warehouse is empty, and there's no guards or enemies nearby. Unless you haven't added them in, so...
No, there's nobody in there right now.
The warehouse.
Hey, Pog,
Hello?
are you in disguise yet?
Well, I was always in disguise.
Perfect. You should go and start a fire inside of this wall and yell fire and try to get these other cultists to go there. And then our reinforcements can come, and then the rest of us will distract these 3 veteran dudes, these orcs, and then we will go ahead and take them down while everybody else is distracted. you're gonna disagree with a plan that involves starting a fire and yelling fire, fire.
No, I'm thinking, how do I start the biggest fire possible?
Good. I like where your head's at. Ganondorf, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and approach them from the west and start a conversation with them.
I go to the west and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Where does where should Bob be? Guys, wait. Where should
I was like, I was about to just cast a fucking spell.
we're
Where
not
do
in
you want-
position.
Where? Okay,
But I'm
yeah. Where do you want
doesn't
Bob to
matter.
be, Flinty?
I'm definitely
Yeah,
in
where should
position.
Bob be? Odin.
Bob, position in the choke point between the bar and the west wall.
So like, I can't control Bob, but like right here, where I am.
Yeah, like right here-ish. Where I'm
Okay.
thinking. Yep.
Bob, come.
He lumbers on over, and it's a tight squeeze, but he manages to sort of squeeze on in there. Is this good?
Wonderful,
Good
Bob.
boy,
You
Bob.
are a
Bob,
pro.
you're doing good. You're doing
Bob, whatever happens, Mommy loves you.
good. He's gonna die.
Do your best.
I love you too.
Okay, so as Eternal is about to cast, his Burning Hand or whatever it's called, I forgot the name. Dwarf Pog is gonna summon his elemental in that exact area, which should in theory
What's
light
the
up.
range of this? I mean, I guess you can see it. So yeah, what is that?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's fine
no,
with
it's
sight,
fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
Actually, the range is 60 feet, so I could just do this.
Is there an entrance to climb up these walls so that way we Steely can take out the guards?
So at the bottom of each tower, there is a door. You can try just climbing up the walls. But I think here's jeez. Okay.
Hey, I was asked to start a fire, and a fire there will be.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what happens. You start walking up the towers, Wheelie. Yeah. I mean, all right. Here we go. Give me a hot sec, guys.
Let me roll stealth first. Sorry.
But it's irrelevant. There's a lot of fire.
I think before you even do that, Wheelie, why don't you just wait for this to resolve real quick? So you were standing outside the tower, and a lot of things are happening. Okay, Hildorf Pog,
Bam.
you Ganondorf, you just cast Burning Hands.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, I
and
believe
Ganondorf,
I have
need you
an advantage too because they're unsuspecting, right?
they were wary of you, so you don't have advantage. But go ahead and cast Burning Hands, and then roll initiative.
So I have the one that you added into my attack sheet, but it says it's got a DC of 0, so I don't. If you want to just link the spell, I don't know how.
Is it not in your spells?
Mm-mm.
Really? Hold on.
It was just added. Oh wait, there it is. It is. I see it. It's under level 1s.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I think if you there we go. It's not DC 0 though. That's not correct.
Yeah,
the DC should be. Oh, what happened to your spellcasting? Oh, it reset when you leveled up. No wonder. Okay, do you see spellcasting ability at the top of that sheet?
Yes, strength.
Go ahead and click on it. Yeah, change it to strength. There we go. Okay, and
So
then
it's a spell save DC of 14
yes, it's a spell save DC of 14.
and attack bonus of 6.
Yes.
Do you want me to
that is
reroll it?
correct. No, so it doesn't roll an attack. They have to save against it basically. So
gotcha,
they have to roll Burning Hands. They have to roll Dexterity higher than 14. Who are you casting on? Which one of these orcs?
I guess this one right here.
Okay. I will have to
necessarily
roll real quick.
but
He has an orcish profile. Oh, it's each creature in a cone must make. Okay, that's really interesting. It's AoE. Okay.
yeah, so
All right.
that way.
Yep. Okay, I'll make dex saves for all of them. Give me a sec. Oh, shoot, that's loud.
Do we know which of these is the leader
You do not, but why don't you go ahead and roll a perception check?
I guarantee we find out in about 10 seconds.
Wow, they all saved. Okay, this is what happens. Ganondorf, you cast Burning Hands, and let me just roll these guys in. You cast Burning Hands, and although they were wary, they were not expecting just a straight-up attack. And as this happens, Hildorf Pog, you quickly uncap your porcelain jar, and you summon your ally Untool. It rushes over to the tents and lights them ablaze. All of the nearby cultists are taken by surprise, and Wheelie, you're at the bottom of the tower, but you hear an arrow or something thunk. And then you see a cultist's body topple over and fall behind you with a splat to the ground. And you look up, and standing up there is Ciego. And as all this goes on, you guys see bursting from the sewers and from the bar a huge force of the resistance. You see Damar with his guard troop, and you see Ciego and Soil, and they're just going around and wrecking havoc. And basically, they've just sort of engaged every enemy. They've locked down the district. You see a bunch of guards that are fighting at the gates on the west side, fighting for control to sort of just close these gates and keep them closed. You hear one cultist attempting to sound an alarm, and he raises a horn to his mouth before you see a bolt pierce through his neck, and he falls over. So yeah, we are in combat, guys.
Woohoo!
So they all have saves, so they're all gonna take half damage. They all take 4 damage. And as this flame cone dissipates, Ganondorf, the one standing in front of you, lets out and exhales out through the smoke, and he says, "I was just getting bored." And he draws the greatsword on his back, and he sort of hunkers down, and you see this greatsword flames shoot up from the base and light the entire thing. And you can see his eyes through his face guard as he snarls. And he says, "I have no idea who the hell you are, but Golrak is ready for you." Isarya, you are first in the initiative.
Scorching Ray. All on each of them.
What tokens, Wheelie?
There is. Yeah.
No, I'm not. They're just there. I'm not dealing with all those tokens of like 5 million things, but they're just there.
Well, I mean, just like tokens, just in there. You don't have to put them in initiative, so.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I'll give you Ciego, and Soil pops out from one of the sewer covers, and he's dealing with these guys, and Damar is sort of you hear his telltale shouts emanate from a different location, along with the war cries of a bunch of Elysian guards. Okay, sorry, you were casting.
Scorching Ray and the 3 orcs. Or
Yes. Please. Yes. Please. Tell me which order. Like, who are you hitting first, second, and third, and just ping them.
That's first. Second, and then the last one.
Sorry, ping the first one again. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so just from top right to like the bottom. Okay, go ahead and roll it 3 times. Yeah, and don't forget you can you only used 1 spell slot, so you can just bring that back up to 2. Okay. So you fire off these scorching rays, sort of one by one, as huge bolts of flame barrel towards these orcs. The top two, they very calmly tilt their heads out of the way as your bolts crash into the wall behind them. Your third one manages to catch the heavily armored guy right in his metal breastplate. And you see the metal heat up a bit, and he's going to take 9 fire damage. Okay, next up is the fire elemental.
He's gonna walk up to this guy right here. He's gonna poke him.
Okay.
Oh, he has one attack, so he's gonna use his one attack.
Yeah. Let me just sort of meta wise. And you can do this, but I don't care if you want to do this, but if you want to
Okay.
if it's every
you're about to say,
cultist
don't
here
worry.
that's not the 3 targets are engaged and
irrelevant.
occupied.
Okay. Then the elemental is gonna just. Okay, so it's gonna just use his movement. So that's 1.
Oh, he's at 50 feet, by the way.
Yeah. So it should be fine. Let's confirm. Yeah, it's fine. He can make it. Okay. So elemental is gonna go from here, light up everything on fire. I'm assuming the Costco tent probably lights up
Yes,
as well.
everything in your path catches on fire.
Yeah, he's gonna walk up next to this guy. It's very hard to position him in a specific square.
Hold down
Okay.
Alt, and you can prevent him from locking to the grid.
Ah, thank God. There we
Mhm,
go. Okay,
mhm.
so he's gonna walk up here and he's gonna use touch. He already rolled once. I think he has to use it twice.
Yes, he does roll a second time.
Attribute sheets, character sheet, touch. There we go. So that's 2 melee weapon on the guy right here, though. The one that looks like Thrall. This guy. There we go. That's all.
It's not Thrall, is it? But okay, yeah. You see your elementals swing 2 swipes at the nearest orc, and the first one catches him right in the shoulder. The second one, though, he manages to dodge away, so he's gonna take 8 fire damage.
Okay. If he has something that's flammable, it catches on fire, and he has to use a turn to do it. But I'm not sure if he has things that can catch on fire. But
Yeah, he does not have anything that catches on
Okay.
fire,
then that's the end.
except
of
for
my
maybe
fire
some
limit.
odd random leather strips on his chainmail armor.
That'll be fine. Yep, that's the end of my
Flinty.
fire elemental.
Okay, Flinty, it is your turn.
I see this dude in what appears to be very metal armor.
Okay.
Is he wearing very metal armor?
I think he is.
Alrighty. So can I cast heat metal on that armor? Wait, hang on. Did I do it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think you did. I'm gonna just
It says I need a piece of iron to flame, so I presume I got the iron from the thing, and there's fire everywhere, so...
Yeah, don't worry about
Okay.
the flame. Okay, here's what happens. DC 13. Okay, so it's still cast on him. So just up to 1 minute. Let me put a little token on you so I know. Okay, I put a little red token to say that you were concentrating. Okay, so you raise this piece of iron and you hold it towards the flames that have just been generated. By the way, just like this area, everything that's flammable is on fire. The tent's on fire. These wooden carts are on fire. Everything there is just on fire. You raise your rod, and you see flames jump to the rod before the rod dematerializes, and his armor begins to glow red hot. And he laughs. He laughs as he takes 5 fire damage.
Can I use a bonus action as well?
Give me a moment, and
Okay.
something else happens. So he's wearing the token doesn't very well represent this, but the armor that he's wearing is like pitch black, and as it heats up, parts of it begin to glow, and you see fire spout out from the shoulder blades that were not this. Fire was not created by your spell, but you see fire. if any of you watch My Hero Academia, like think about Endeavor with like that sort of thing is going on, and you see like jets of flame emanate from this armor, and you see sizzling appear from underneath where his chest plate meets his neck, but instead of taking the 5 fire damage from the save, he only takes 2.
Alright, can I still use my bonus action?
You may use your bonus action.
Okay, I would like to use my Mantle of Inspiration. So my Charisma modifier is 3, so I can inspire 3 allies, give them 5 temporary hit points, and then they can use the reaction to move if they'd like.
Very good.
I
Who
think.
are you inspiring? Yes, that is correct.
So I'm gonna the 3 people closest. So Ganondorf, Hildorf, and Odin. They're gonna gain 5 hit points, and you can move if you'd like.
Okay.
As
So
a
you guys have
reaction,
5
correct?
hit points. Yes.
Sorry.
As a reaction, you may.
Gotcha.
Who did you inspire?
You.
Ganondorf, Hildorf, and Odin.
Okay. That's plus
That's-
5 HP.
Temporary.
Oh, the
hit
3
points.
tankiest people, I guess. But
Yeah.
you guys are closest, so.
So that's 5
also,
temp.
Yeah.
yes, it's 5 temporary.
And it gives us inspiration.
No, it does not give you inspiration. She
It's called
uses
the
one of her.
Oh, I see. how
Yeah,
it is.
so
Okay.
it says she uses a bardic inspiration die, which grants 5 teammates the temporary hit points. Which it doesn't show up on the overlay, so don't worry about that. Also, you get to change your appearance apparently.
Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna glow blue, and because I want to gain revenge for my bagpipe.
Okay.
So what does it
we-
mean by you can use its reaction to move up to speed?
So basically, your movement is what, 30?
Yes.
So basically, remember a reaction is basically you can do a reaction on someone else's turn other than yourself. So you can just say like, I want to use my reaction to move 30 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. That's literally what it would be.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
So outside of your turn, if you want to reposition, you can do that.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for clarifying.
Right. So I'm not sure if that's lasting. I guess by immediately, it's like if you want to use it until the start of your turn. So I'll leave it at that. Wheelie, it is your turn. You see Ciego's head peek on over, and he says, "We've got your backs covered." And he quickly turns around and he shoots a bolt into a cultist that was running towards him. Just get back in the fight.
So every cultist is engaged, so they're not in the initiative.
Yes, that is correct.
I'm gonna be dirty and help Ciego, so hold on. So that's 15 feet. He's gonna pop right up through the... He's gonna pop out right outside of the tower, and he's going to backstab this cultist.
Okay.
So, hold on, he has advantage, so...
Yep, and you have sneak attack.
He's going to... Hold on, let me see what sneak attack is. It must be a fighting or a ranged weapon. Okay. So just as Ciego is about to engage this cultist, he's going to... He's going to pop out and attack this cultist.
Alright, go ahead and roll. Wow, that is unlucky. So this cultist, you see as you run up the ladders to this tower, you see this cultist sort of on top of Ciego, and he's just, there is a dagger in between Ciego's teeth, and his 2 hands, are sort of, pushing up against this guy. And although your attack was not able to pierce his armor, it was sufficient enough to distract, this cultist, and, Ciego really quickly, rolls to the side, as the cultist's dagger drives into the stone below, and he pulls out his own rapier, and he does a very swift flip onto the cultist's back before driving it through his throat. And he is panting, and he turns around and he says, "Thanks for that."
We gotta weaken the enemies around the walls, and so how much movement he has?
Don't worry about these guys. We have them handled. And you look around, and there are other resistance members that are fighting all of the patrols on the ramparts.
Then he's going to get into position. Let me check his distance.
Don't forget, you have to climb down the ladders now, or jump off the tower.
I'm gonna have him get into position here, and then I'll have him hide behind the... Actually, no. Yeah, I'll have him hide right here.
Okay. Sounds good. And that is the end of your turn?
Whoops.
You wouldn't be able to stealth now, because you already used your... I guess you're using your bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is the top right orc, who draws a great axe and lets out a war cry. And you see his allies are bolstered, and they also in turn let out a cry. This guy is going to rush down Odin, and he is going to whack you with this great axe.
Can the flame elemental make an attack of opportunity since he walked away from him, or not?
He stayed within melee range.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so again, attack of opportunity is when they are within melee range and then they leave it.
Okay.
Although,
because it feels like he did leave, but
well, I mean, I just locked him to the grid, but I can alt tab move him really quickly. Although I think let me see.
It's not gonna make or break the battle. No worries.
Well, you do have this fire form thing. You have this.
Mhm.
So I guess he's taking 5 fire at the start of each turn. Okay. If you want to roll a 1d10, or I can just make him take 5 damage. It's up to you.
I'll play with the.
Okay, so he takes 5 fire damage. Okay.
Dumb. Because he has an aura for anything that is nearby him.
Yeah, I guess that means
Odin
Odin's
needs to take
going
that
to
too.
be. Yeah, Odin actually needs to take 5 fire damage as well as this elemental moved into range. Yeah, so Odin, you're gonna take 5.
Yeah, sorry, Odin.
Which I guess strips you of your temporary hit points.
It's a fat elemental.
Okay, he's gonna to attack you twice with his great axe.
Oh yikes!
Oh my gosh!
Ouch.
Yeah, Odin, you were not prepared for this. Between this fire elemental that suddenly rushed up and burned you, this orc just rushes you headlong and takes out chunks of your armor with 2 powerful swings, and you are going to take 31 slashing damage.
You got 5 temporary hit points, so it's a little bit better.
Those got burned up by the
Sure.
fire form though, so he's losing full 31 hit points.
Jesus.
Bye,
Yeah.
dude.
Good thing I leveled up.
I mean, it's 3 against 8. They gotta be strong enough to go up against you guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Galadriel, it is your turn. Galadriel, did you summon Bagheera, by the way?
He is with Bagpipes and Ballers with Kent.
Okay.
And who?
Yep.
And.
And.
So I think I am going to use my longbow and shoot the guy that has horns. Yes, that guy.
Okay. Oh, that nat one -5. What? Why is that a -5?
Wait, that's
I
confusing.
don't
Because
know.
the
What is
sharpshooter.
that?
So
Wait,
it should be
hold on.
toggled.
It's off.
Here, let me see. I'll fix it real quick.
Oh, it's okay. You can just change the number
You
in
have to,
there. Yeah.
you have to unselect this right here.
Oh,
shoot,
okay.
shoot.
Unless you want to
Shot.
use it. So basically, here, I'll link it for everyone else. Basically, it's one of her feats that she grabbed. And you can take a -5 penalty to hit, but you can do 10 additional damage. She had it toggled on. I don't think she realized that she had it toggled on.
I see.
But
I see,
regardless, it's
okay.
a nat 1, so...
It is in that one. Yeah. Unfortunately, your arrow veers wildly off its path. But you do manage to actually, even though you miss your original target, you manage to catch the guy attacking Odin in the back, and he's gonna take, let's say half of that.
Sounds good.
Would
Can
you
people
like
shoot-
to
oh,
move?
Yes, I'd like to move right next to Ganondorf,
Okay.
and if I can move myself. Oh, nope, that's the wrong.
Do you really want to be closer to the guys that can hit you?
Yeah, I think I need to be. Yeah, but I have to do up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. Because it's slashing damage.
No, that's the way it got added into it.
Oh, what are you asking about?
So I want to use Hunter's Mark, and I think I need
No,
to
that
be close
that
to
description
them.
you have for it is just a generic description that got added into it.
Yeah, this
Because
is
it's not a
that's-
weapon,
that's
so it doesn't roll a
nothing.
d6.
It's a spell.
Yeah, so you go to your spell tab and then click it. But you already attacked, so you wouldn't be able to do it anyways unless it's
It's a bonus action, though.
Oh, is it?
It's
Oh.
a bonus action, yeah.
Yeah, so scroll down and click it. Right about there where it
Range of
says
90
Hunter's
feet.
Market.
Yeah.
Right.
Right here.
Click right there.
Okay, I see. So you choose a creature. Who are you marking?
The guy that I attacked, that actually hit, that was by Odin.
Okay, so you're marking it after. So I just do want to be clear. The way it works is marking them after isn't going to make them take that damage, but any further attacks made by you against that target will get an extra 1d6.
Okay.
So you would just have to roll 1d6 every time you attack. Just remember that I can add something to it. Okay, he's green. That green means that he is marked by you.
Okay.
So just don't forget that. Eragon, you are in hamster form. Do you want to shift into something else? You're just chilling there doing nothing?
Oh, you made a hamster drink a full jug of beer.
That's true. That's true.
It was in a thimble.
Yeah, but it's a hamster.
I'm gonna start shaking my satchel. Be like, wake the fuck up.
Oh
Oh
boy.
God.
All right, you got a very sleepy hamster. Okay. So I'm guessing that means I'll move on to Hildorf Pog. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay.
Pog.
Pog, it is your turn.
He's gonna relocate. He's gonna jump on top of these little table with some fruits, whatever it's called.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I'm assuming I don't have to roll dex for that, but I'm assuming I lose half my movement. So he's gonna come.
Yeah, it just takes twice as much.
Yeah, it's fair. There we go. That's my final position. And from
Just
this
outside of your elemental's range.
Yeah, I've learned.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Radiant of the Dawn. So I'm gonna. Yeah, so first things first, I'm gonna cast Radiant of the Dawn, and I'm also gonna summon my dildo. So I'm gonna summon my dildo right here. Hope I got it. Yep, there we go. So my dildo is gonna take. My dildo is gonna take a swing at this guy.
By the way, the health bar is the duration, so just after every turn, just decreases by 1, and that's how we keep track of how long
Sure,
it is.
that's totally fine. Okay, so every time I start, yeah, that's good. So, all right. So first things first, I'm gonna roll 2d10 for the Gradient of the Dawn.
Oh my gosh, you maxed out!
That's good. That's never happened to me. So it's actually 25, because
Right,
25
that's plus
damage.
4 plus 1.
Yeah, so it's 25 radiant damage, and they have to roll a Constitution saving throw. Now that I leveled up, though, it is 14 instead of 13.
I thought it was wisdom.
What? Oh, it's a Yeah, you're right. It's a wisdom.
No, it's
save.
Constitution. It's Constitution.
Is it
saving throw.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not an
it
expert
says
at
there.
And then after that, I'll do the attack for the flaming dildo.
All right, let me roll Constitution. These guys are quite constituted.
Yeah, I'm assuming they are. Damn. Ooh. Oh,
Okay.
it worked.
Yeah, okay. So the one closest to Odin, he takes 12. Yeah, this is your raw notice me, senpai, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Guys,
yeah,
there
they're
is
raw senpai.
so much fire. Like, you cannot believe. Odin, I mean, you're super low, but you are sweltering from this heat. And you hear the steps of a dwarf run up behind you, and he cries out, most desperately, "Ra, notice me, senpai." And again, that huge fist descends across all of these orcs. So the first guy is going to take 12.
Yeah, so Orc War Chief takes 25, and the other two take 12, unless they have resistance to radiant damage. Who knows?
They do not. They do not. I was just looking at that. Sorry. Okay, and then you use your spiritual weapon on who?
The guy we've been targeting the whole time. This guy.
Okay, very good.
I rolled 21, so 5 force damage.
Yep, that hits.
So you see a big flaming dildo hitting the guy.
You see a big flaming dildo show up and spew, just whack this guy, burning his body all over.
It also hit the 2 people that are on the right, but you told us not to worry about the tiny guy because they were kind of role playing with our allies. So
they're not involved in this combat, so don't worry about that.
Involved, it's the end of my turn.
Wow, that was a meaty hit. Okay. Next up is Golrock. That was really good damage, man. Those tens hit hard.
Yep. Never happened before. Good.
Okay. Oh, sorry, this is not correct. So, Ganondorf, you just saw a lot of fire happen. I guess that wasn't fire, that was radiant damage. And the orc to your left looks really badly off. Golrock in front of you is hurt, but still looks very, very, very healthy, I would say. Golrock is going to make 3 attacks. The first one, Ganondorf, is going to be against you. He is going to swing at you with his flaming greatsword. Oh, a crit! DM rolls are OP tonight, boys!
What kind of damage is it?
Gosh. You take 21 slashing and 3 fire.
So it's half on the slashing and it's fire. No,
are you
wait,
raged?
I'm not raged right now, so it'll be half on the slashing at least.
Wait, do you just have resistance to slashing?
Well, I have that totem bear. Oh, no, that's when I'm raging as well too.
Yeah, no, you're taking full damage, my guy.
Yeah, okay. So how much is that? 21, 24?
24.
Okay.
Yep.
You have 5 temporary, right?
Yeah.
So 19 after temporary.
And those 5 hit points were pretty valuable, huh?
I mean, you never know.
No, for real. Like, fuck.
His next attack, he is going to draw out a repeating light crossbow, and Flinty, he's gonna swing over to you and shoot you twice. Okay, you take 15 piercing damage. 2 rapid bolts really quickly rip into your armor. And the last thing, he pulls out a longbow, Galadriel, and takes aim at you. 16 And I'm not. I think that hits. Yes. So you're gonna take 8 piercing damage. Okay. It is Odin's turn.
This guy right in front of me, how's he looking?
Move away from the fire elemental.
He is looking. He's looking about halfway there, living on a prayer, but most of the halfway there part, not the living on a prayer part.
Alright, so I am going to do.
Galadriel, if you would please deduct your hit points, thank you.
Is the damage from the fire elemental ticking? Like every time I remain here, or only
It'll
on
take
it
next turn.
enters?
It'll take next turn when it's my elemental, I think.
Yeah. So you might want to move out of the way.
I mean, I'll move him next turn, but you never know.
Yeah, for sure.
I might forget.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to uncap my water skin of pure ethanol and throw it in this guy's face.
Oh, okay. I'll let you do that as a bonus action.
And then, as a bonus action, how kind of you. And then I am going to go ahead and swing my one-handed axe through the fire elemental into this guy's face.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is so cool. Okay. Okay, roll damage, roll attack for the axe, and then I need to think. Okay. Here's what happens. You quickly whip out your water skin and you just douse this guy in pure ethanol. And he staggers back, and he rubs his eyes. So I will say that he is blinded, which means he's blinded for, let's say, until the next turn, or during his next turn, which means that he'll have disadvantage, I think, on any attack he makes. And you bring your free hand through the fire elemental, and this red hot axe, although unfortunately does not pierce through his armor, his entire body lights up in flames. Go ahead and roll 1d12, please. Ooh, 8 fire damage, and he is set ablaze. I guess I need to give him a little blaze token. I don't even know what that would be. That one, I guess.
I mean, it's a flaming dildo.
I get it. That's clever, Ganondorf. You think this is funny? Okay, so I didn't write down my notes.
After that, I'm going to go ahead and take my movement. Behind him, since he's blinded, kind of, right? So, and then I'm going to do action surge.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use both of my axes, my 2 one-handed axes, and swing for his Achilles heel.
Oh yeah, and you get a bonus action again. Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll attacks. Guys, just in my head, this is the most intense battle that's going on right now. Like, this is insane.
Oh, those rolls, though.
Those are bad rolls, yeah.
Real bad.
Unfortunately, you're not, so the orc is sort of just stumbling around, blinded and on fire. He's clutching his face and trying to pat down the fire, and during this chaos, you are not able to land a hit, unfortunately. Ganondorf, it is your turn.
Alright, I'd like to start off my turn by, I guess, summoning my totem spirit, the bear, and going enraged, and my arms are gonna
Okay.
fill out and be hairy, and my hair is gonna grow longer, and then
Yep.
I am going to recklessly attack this guy here with my minute hand.
Yes! Come at me!
Damn, that's a good roll, though.
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot to add my rage too, so +2 damage. Sorry.
no, that's no problem at all. Oh, whoops. Okay.
This guy should be taking 5 damage per turn, right? Because he's heated still, or he was resistant to it, right? But he's still should be taking.
On his turn, yes. Which I think I forgot to.
He was
do
after
that.
Dwarf. Just before Odin.
Yeah, so he should be taking Flinty. Can you roll your heat metal again? Don't deduct don't deduct the spell slot though. I forgot he should be taking that damage. Okay, so he's gonna take he has to save again.
It was half
Thank you
though,
for
because he was
reminding me.
resistant, right?
He's resistant, but this is to see if he saves. If he doesn't
Oh.
save, then he takes just like normal half.
Gotcha.
Okay, but he does save. Okay, so he's gonna take
A quarter.
2.
2.
Oof.
I helped.
Okay.
Free damage is free damage. I'll take it.
Yeah, Ganondorf. I was gonna say you just beat his AC.
Did I really? Holy shit, dude. That's a nice army.
Because he attempted to parry, but was unable, and your overwhelming your bear-like strength was able to push back against his parry. Yeah, and he's gonna take so 9 plus what's your rage?
2. Well,
Okay.
does that go up when I level up? Because I didn't see anything that said it did, so I didn't believe it did, but it should have
I think
asked.
at certain levels it does, but this might not be one of those
Okay,
levels.
so yeah, just 2 then.
Okay, a solid hit. You manage to catch him in the ribs, and you pull your spear out. And a little bit of blood. He coughs up a little bit of blood. But he is very excited. Next up is gonna be the last orc, who rolled doo-doo on its initiative. And he is going to cast. He is going to cast, first as a bonus action, Spiritual Weapon.
Oh no, that's the strongest spell in the game.
Let me find this token. Which materializes in front of Flinty and slices at you for 9 force damage. And next he is going to take his action, and Ganondorf, he's going to turn to you, and he is going to attack with his melee. Yeah, I suppose with advantage, since it is 2-on-1 at the moment. $18.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Half damage.
Yep, you do get half damage though. So some of the blade cuts into your flesh, but you feel the rest of it sort of slide past any important organs. But it still hurt. Okay. And I think with that, we are unfortunately quite past our end time. We're back to the top of the order. We are going to hop back next week into this very exciting battle that's currently ongoing. So, thank you guys for coming. I have to leave you on that cliffhanger. I'm sorry.
perfect timing.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Excellent.
Uh,
Oh, now we gotta wait a whole